What pinged us in uploads? Was it the stream?
It was the... No, I think it was the stream. I don't know.
Because I think it just bugged, right? I mean, I don't know. There's nothing new on uploads,
Oh,
and just pinged me.
there I go. And... Oh, God. Mod me, please. Make me a channel. I might, actually. Since you're here. Block user from YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to fucking... Channel. Share. Repost. Alright.
Army is gonna donate a kidney for the stream. That's crazy.
We need the money, yes, please.
To here. Come join to hear Danganronpa content.
Apparently, you have donations off, so you cannot donate a fucking kidney to the stream.
Oh
man,
no, you can't
that's
donate
like
a kidney?
$50.
Aww.
Yeah, that's like $50. You're missing out on $50 there. So
50k.
Yeah, man. I think you should
Come on,
enable
man.
that for sure.
yeah, you should enable it. To be
Well,
honest, that's like massive
once-
profits.
See, once I get a PayPal account, man, then we'll talk about that. Could have a stone. Alright, let me get this bot out. Have fun, guys.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, I will actually wait. I will share this shit to Imperial Ascension.
We got Monokuma on the chat. That's crazy. Where's Monokuma on the chat?
Monokuma.
Yeah, Monokuma
Oh.
entered the chat.
Monokuma. Hope. That's crazy, bro. Yeah.
No. No chat. The bot is staying in the audience, alright?
The audience. He's gonna be our loyal viewer for the rest of the podcast.
Indeed.
Yeah, if you can't get
He will be
people...
the only survivor.
We
You
can
can't
just
get people.
we can just fill the audience with bots.
Mhm.
Moral support, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
man, we got 200 viewers. They're just 198 of them are just bots.
I mean...
it's not entirely inaccurate, you know.
Ah, it's crazy.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sending
so,
that
like, for-
to YouTube.
Yeah. Where are you? What are you sending or what?
Just type in the
No,
Discord
Darby's
link in
threatening
the,
with more bots.
just type in the Discord link
Yeah,
in the, chat.
Army, man.
We need to mute this guy, bro. He's gonna fill the audience with bots.
Classic.
Discord.gg/p next district. Okay.
So yeah, like you can either ask questions about Danganronpa in YouTube or a PX server, of course.
Yeah, we should
And we
put
will
like a
hopefully-
Q&A or something on the title. So
Oh yeah,
we will-
let me
we
do
will-
that real quick.
Yeah, we will hopefully be able to answer everything.
I mean,
This is the
one guy already asked about True Despair asked about rain code. Not sure how we're gonna handle that one.
Damn.
We'll whip up something.
I mean,
let me
probably
pull
not.
up
We need to
ChatGPT. Let me pull up ChatGPT.
Yeah.
The main protagonist is Yuichi Karagiri fighting against Akiyama. That is the plot of Rain Code, guys.
Let me change the description.
Yes, Army, completely. Yes, another Danganronpa game should be made. As many as we can.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Okay, well, I mean, it'd get old pretty quickly, right? But
Discussion.
Oh no,
We need,
that's
like,
not my
another
point.
one.
Because I think if another Danganronpa game is made, then it will fucking completely break all of my Kokichi's interpretations, and I'm not risking that.
oh yeah,
I don't
we
don't
just-
want any of that shit.
we just need to, exclude Kokichi from the game. Okay, Kokichi should not appear anymore,
Yeah,
just in case.
yeah.
No
Just stand
statement
alone.
mentioning Kokichi. Nothing. He's just a ghost. Okay. We can bring back everyone from the V3 cast except Kokichi. Okay.
Man.
Exactly, because I know for sure that Kuraka is gonna fuck something up because of how complex Kokichi actually is.
Oh, I should probably add, what do you call it? Cooldown on this channel. Hang on.
I think it's fine. Don't worry. Yeah, no, I mean, man, there's so many contradictions. Well, we talked about some of the Kokichi contradictions, right? But there's also with Junko a
Yeah.
lot. It's very
Yeah.
annoying, you know. There's like some, for example, well, I talked to you about the. I'm not sure if I talked to you about the memory loss contradiction. But there's another
No,
one.
I think you didn't. No.
There's another one which is even worse, which is like, there's a segment in Memory Loss where you actually see Kid Junko, right? And this whole
Yeah.
dialogue like hints perfectly to the creation of Memory Loss like 10 years prior, right? But then the novel starts with Junko devising the plan like right there while she's an adult. So now we have like these two completely contradictory points, which one tells us she created the memory loss strategy here, the other one tells us she created it way later, and now I just have to pick whichever one has like stronger fundamentals. Like, what can I base myself on, right? Like statements and stuff.
I mean,
It's just
the
annoying,
problem
I guess.
is that I think you mentioned like one basically proposition has it is directly stated, but the other one you infer information from it. So I would just take it that the one who is more concrete is the truth.
The one that is direct,
I guess.
you'd say?
Yeah, the
Well,
one that is
well, the
direct
thing is
because it is
that-
specifically stated.
Oh, right, but if we use, for example, we're both analyzing with Chekhov's gun, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
there's
the problem, right? Chekhov's
Yeah,
gun.
that's a problem, because that actually, like, if I didn't use Chekhov's gun, then it's a lot easier, right? I can just pick the one where Junko devised the plan, and that's it.
Yeah.
The Chekhov's gun kind of actually complicates that, and it gets more complicated because adult Junko, on one of the parts, talks about a statement about something that happened when they were kids that directly connects to an entire strategy that she did when she was a kid. So this is like...
Yeah.
And that strategy is for memory loss. Like, it's not for anything else. So it now it just becomes like this mess to analyze. And Chekhov's gun has been a saver for me, but it also creates these complicated
many people,
dilemmas.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think many people even know what Chekhov's gun is. I think we're just ranting here. I don't know if anyone else knows.
I mean,
what
Chekhov's gun is the concept where every piece of information that is on screen that has all information on screen have some specific relevance to the story, to the plot, and to the narrative. So you must basically include all the information, and Danganronpa is basically built upon that concept.
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
that's basically Chekhov's gun.
It starts
So, yeah,
now. I mean,
Oh, what happened? Sorry.
no, just someone asked when does the Q&A start, and it starts now. I mean, you can put the questions in the chat, and I can say them, or you can put them in pod questions in the Discord server, and then one of the other two will look at it.
Oh yeah, wait.
There's a question where do you scale Giri Composite and Comp Junko? That's a question for you. I don't scale those.
Okay, yeah.
Kirigiri and Junko.
Yeah, Kirigiri and Junko. Well, I will say that I have not finished Danganronpa Kirigiri yet. I'm on. I finished Volume 5, so I should be entering Volume 6. But I took a bit of a detour right now, and I am reading Danganronpa Togami because there's only one volume left. So yeah, I am Danganronpa Togami Volume 2 already finished, so I'm on Volume 3 already. I think I'm on like 20 pages, something like that. And then I'm on Danganronpa Kirigiri Volume 6. So I haven't finished it, in essence. I scale her around Koji level, basically. Currently slightly lower. I do.
I mean, I think you should say where do you scale Kokichi in the first place, you know? So.
Okay, no. Okay. I mean, I scale Koji like relative to light, very close to Aki. Also, I have like those three relatively close. Obviously, Akiyama beats both of them, but I have those three like relatively close between each other. I don't think there's like that massive of a gap. Like I don't think Koji mid diffs or something like that. Like Koji mid diffs light, like some people say. I think they're pretty close together, right? So just so you have an idea of where I scale them. I scale Kyoko just slightly below Ayano like maybe very high diff or high diff plus, something like that, around there. I think Games Kyoko, for example, is has like a very Games Kyoko is kind of difficult, right, to scale because she has very underrated categories. But overall, she's not that good in my opinion. I think she lacks versatility, especially when we talk about, for example, manipulation and planning more than anything, really.
Yeah.
But she has like, for example, I think her EQ is super underrated, and then her thinking and reasoning is just top notch, honestly.
What do you think about the Xavier stake? You know, because he has Kyoko's EQ as top 1 among like all the other categories.
No, dude, I saw him put like Games Kyoko EQ above Red John, if I'm not mistaken. That was just
maybe.
No. I think Red John literally takes all 4 categories.
Yeah. By the way, some guy told you that you sound like Dream, apparently.
I don't think that's good.
He does not sound like Dream. Dream has a more softer, more soft and smoother voice than him.
I don't know. I also heard that I sound like Sento, like a fucking like a higher pitched Sento. So I am getting like mixed evaluations yet. Yeah. Anyways, as I was speaking, I think Novels Kirigiri, first of all, buffs her good categories like to the next level, especially reasoning. Reasoning is really good in the novels, right? But also buffs her other weaker categories, such as, for example, full scale IQ. Because I gotta say, Kyoko really kind of disappointed me overall in terms of overall versatility, right? Because normally detectives have like, obviously thinking and reasoning are going to be their best categories 99% of the time. I mean, you don't have detectives that have bad reasoning or bad thinking. But I also expected a bit more in full scale IQ, considering, how insane some of these categories are for the game counterparts version. I mean, for example, Junko is she's just really good in full scale IQ. I actually have games Junko beating novels Junko in full scale IQ. So yeah, just so you have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically buffed a lot of her categories. So for example, if it was just games Junko, games Kyoko, I'd have like Ainakoji like mid to high diffing, something around there. Now I have her very high diffing. Yeah, that's basically what I take now.
I think we stumbled upon a very, very big problem because there are already 2 people who ask us where do we scale Izuru.
Okay.
Yeah, wait. We can go there. We can go there, but later. Okay, let me just yap a little bit. Okay, please. Let's keep the Izuru questions. We'll keep the Izuru questions for the last. Okay.
Izuru is gonna be controversial.
Yeah, when everyone has left the chat. Okay, and we can talk in peace without anybody recording our takes. We can then talk about Izuru, okay? That is gonna be our game plan, guys.
This is happening in the PX district, which is my server.
Yeah. Anyways, and then we have that's for game comp Kyoko, right? And then we have comp Junko. I think I'm probably one of the scalers that scale comp Junko the highest. I mean, I have her no diffing Ainakoji, very low diffing Akiyama. I scale her very high, just in general. I do not know how to scale her against the top tier characters because I do not know many of them. If I'm being honest, I just like the knowledge. So I am reading, for example. Right now I'm watching The Mentalist, right? So I am looking to scale her against some of the stronger ones. But yeah, I'd scale her around probably above PJ, if I'm being honest. She should be, honestly, from what I've seen. I mean, Akiyama is like getting high diff by Patrick Jane most of the time. So yeah, if we go by that, yeah, I mean, I have
Above
Junko
Patrick
very low
Jane.
diffing her. What?
So you
Sorry?
have? Did you say you have Junko high diffing Patrick Jane or no?
No. I meant most of the takes that I've seen have Patrick Jane high diffing Akiyama, something
Okay.
around there. So yeah, I scale her very high. That's around where I scale her. I think she's very underrated, and I think, for example, her games version, games is just a mess to analyze. I really don't. I really understand people who say games Junko is fodder because she's a very annoying character to analyze. Okay, I've spent like 40, around 40, and I think I'm gonna have like 70 pages by the end of the Junko document dedicated only to the games. Yeah, it's just a mess, dude. But yeah, I have like around 40 pages for Danganronpa 1 only. I mean, I haven't even started Danganronpa 2. And the thing is, I have to look at very, very small dialogues, right? Connect the dots a lot of times, and then you have. It depends also if you take external content. It's kind of like a Aina Koji situation with the fake personality, right? A lot of people don't take it as valid because of the fact that there's a statement from Kinosaga that says that he basically just changed the characterization from Koji, right? So yeah, it's kind of like that.
Hold up. Don't go there. We are gonna get doxxed by all the code scalers. Don't
No.
go there.
I mean, I'm not saying. No. Wait. I actually agree with the fake personality thing. I'm just saying that. It's kind of that
It's
situation.
not something that's people took seriously or didn't pay attention to as an actual feat.
Well, no, it's not. It's not more so that. It's just that there's like contradictory statements, right, and stuff like that, which makes it difficult to know what ends up being the actual feat, right? Like where can we scale? What did she actually do when we finished the game? What did she actually do? And especially because, like, for example, let's say there's a feat in Danganronpa 1, which then gets later contradicted in. On the first chapter, right? There's a feat, and then it later gets contradicted in chapter 3. Now, you as a viewer have not analyzed the game in a retrospective, like via retrospective analysis, right? You're just playing the game, and then you receive new information that tells you, hey, this happened this way, right? So that's gonna create like a really weird image of Junko in general, and that happens a lot with a lot of characters, in general, right? In Danganronpa, because Danganronpa is a game that goes, it seems linear for a second, and it just diverts. It goes back in time, then goes forward in time.
No, like I think like the games you can call them linear, but not the novels. I think that's how you should summarize it. I mean, unless you're analyzing Kokichi, that's another case. You need.
Yeah, I mean, for example, like Kokichi has a lot of it just diverts a lot of times, right? And Junko happens. The same thing happens with Junko, right? Like, well, I think I've talked to you like a long time ago because this was the first contradiction I ever faced with Junko.
By the way, wait a second. Some person said we can answer questions about Super Danganronpa as well. I don't think Luga can, but I can answer all the questions about Kanade or Shobai or characters like that. So you can ask questions.
Yeah, I
there
mean,
as well.
I played the game, but I preferred Riiruu. Led it to Riiruu because he's like the Kokichi and Kanade expert. He has definitely had a lot more knowledge on Super Danganronpa than me. Well, Super Danganronpa another, right? Super Danganronpa, if we're talking about Goodbye Despair, because that is a bit weird as well, because you have like some people call the second Danganronpa game, they call it DR2 Goodbye Despair, or the Super Danganronpa Goodbye Despair. It's just there's just a weird thing there. I don't know what's happening there. But anyways,
Why is Danganronpa?
Okay, some person.
Some of these questions.
Where do you
doing...
skill? Where do you
Yeah.
skill besides Togami? Byakuya.
wait, who said that? Oh yeah, there we go.
I don't know. Just not some person.
Somebody.
Some person. He has a
Somebody.
name, dude. He has a name. Come on, we're doing.
I don't
we're
know.
doing-
I'm reading them
doing a
from
Q&A.
Discord. I'm reading
Come
them.
on.
It was despair. Despair.
Okay, yeah,
That
these.
guy.
I saw the name. I saw the name. I don't really have an opinion on Togami right now. If I had an opinion, I think I'd get crucified because I do not scale him high at all, if I'm being honest. But I've talked with Rampo, which is the main Byakuya scaler. She told me most of the Byakuya feats and all of that get clarified in the third volume, which I'm still reading. So I would like to. So I'll just avoid questions about scaling because right now I can tell you I have him like getting mid-diff or something by Kyoko. Like it's not looking good for bro. Okay, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I am expecting Volume 3 to just overall improve the quality of his feats. There's some very interesting feats, like for example the whole league championship thing that happened in Volume 2, where all the Togami kids fought against each other. There's definitely some room for analysis there. Some
Mhm.
things I'd like to check out after I finish the novel, but for now I do not scale him very high. To be honest, I really do want to scale him higher though. He seems like an interesting character in general. But yeah, I just cannot it'd be intellectual dishonesty if I do.
Yeah, so like I have the same opinion. I don't really actively scale Byakuya. I don't really scale low tiers of Danganronpa. And well, many people might disagree with me that the Byakuya is a low tier, right?
That's why I said I'm getting crucified
Yeah,
if I.
but
my
like
certain things.
I only played the games, unlike Luga. Luga read the novels. I didn't read the novels yet, so I can really tell information from games only. But yeah, I don't really have an opinion on Byakuya. And anyway, another question is, how would you scale the difficulty of the cases in relation to Liar Game, Code, or Kakegurui? Or are you gonna continue all there? It was
That's
fun.
the
I don't know
second
what he
part.
means by
The
that.
second part's
Wait, wait,
totally
wait.
to me.
I don't know what it means by that. But like, okay.
I'll
I
answer
think
the
the
second part
difficulty of
after.
the cases. I don't understand, so it's.
I got it.
It doesn't matter. Well,
I think I should let someone
I
speak
think.
a little bit because I kind of just took the spotlight here. So I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let you speak, Riiruu.
Yeah. So I think like the difficulty of Danganronpa cases is underrated in general, especially in relationship to with like game or Code. Like if you look at, for example, Code, it may appear more like it is a fixed situation, right? But it has some elements of non-fixed situation as well. For example, the uninhabited island exam and exams like that, when they essentially make you they put you in situations where you are allowed to be far more versatile, you know. In Danganronpa especially, you need to adhere to a lot of rules, and especially when a murder case happens, then you need to figure out, for example, which sets of information is relevant to the case, you know, and all the evidence pointing to the culprit, which is really hard to figure out and kind of, you know, spot the similarities between them. So I think that I'm not sure if I would say that Danganronpa cases are inherently harder than Liar Game games, but it depends really on the culprit and how hard does the culprit make the case actually. You know, like how hard does he make it for others to solve? So I would argue that, for example, Nagito's case or especially Kokichi's case, or like not inherently Kokichi's case, but the real intentions behind Kokichi's case is far harder to figure out than clear some of the Liar Game games where you can essentially even get carried by other participants, you know, if you get what I mean. Because in Danganronpa I just play solo. So yeah, that's that.
Oh, yeah, one more thing. I think we should put the names on our stream because my name is getting just completely I can't see my name on the stream, dude. It's like an L, just an L, and like
L.
Well,
you don't even know who I am, man.
That's what you have as a profile. But yeah, let me change the title.
All right, yeah. Just
As
like
for yeah, as for the second question, that's mostly directed towards my channel. Void makes the Altia, and from what I heard, he's taking a break for a while, so I don't know when that's gonna be back, but it should be back sooner than later.
okay.
Mhm.
Well, I'd like to add a bit more to what Riiruu was talking about the Danganronpa cases. I think one thing that might make people underrate the Danganronpa cases in general is the fact that we have to understand that Danganronpa cases are way different from how they are shown to us, right? Because we have like these like we have to shoot down questions and we have this entire like game around it, right? We have all these game mechanics and we have clues, right? Because we have specific words that we have to shoot, for example, right, with the truth bullets. And we have mini games and we have all these things, right? Danganronpa characters do not have any of this. They do not have any of these things. They have to, critically think through every single little piece of dialogue that every single person on the trial says. And you have to understand that these people are like, in a constant dialogue back and forth between multiple people. Like you have to intake information about multiple people. In some cases, they're lying. Like for example, with Kokichi, right? It's really a lot harder than it seems, especially because a lot of these cases require like the alignment of many different premises, right, to form a deduction in the first instance, right? But also just like good long-term memory in general to make the observations needed, and the observations are not easy neither. There's a lot of difficulty added to the trials when we abstract them a little bit, realize that if we put ourselves in the place of one of these characters in Danganronpa, we do not have any of these fancy, games in the middle of it. It's a 3-hour, 4-hour conversation. It's just a mess, really, and I think a lot of people don't think about it like that, and it tends to get a lot. It just tends to get underrated in general, I think, especially like the reasoning. I think some of these takes for reasoning is just outrageous. Like, people saying, I don't know, Nagito loses deduction to
Too much.
some some Cody characters. I won't name them, okay? But some Classroom of the Elite characters taking deduction
Yeah.
over Nagito, for example. I just think it's crazy. I think the only one who could even compare to Nagito, for example, right? On Classroom of the Elite is Ayano Koji, honestly. So yeah, I think just the trials in general get underrated a lot, and they're definitely contenders against other games from other manga or anime, just in general fiction, right? That's what's
Luga, I think you should make your responses like shorter because you yap too much, like way too much.
Yeah. Okay, man, I'm a yapper.
Yeah.
Tommy, you can be useful and copy and paste the questions in the fucking questions channel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shut up for a bit. Okay, we can make it. I can make my responses more concise, but I'll let you speak for a little bit as well.
Yeah, well, there is a question: is Kanade the worst sibling in the franchise? And
I mean, it's a battle between
mean-
Kanade and Junko, right?
yeah, it's a battle between Junko and Kanade, but I think that Kanade put Hibiki into
Oh,
more difficult situations and essentially mistreated her more than Junko basically mistreated Mukuro, you know. So I would say that Kanade is the worst sibling in the franchise, yes.
If I'm being honest, I have to say, like, Junko, honestly,
Yeah, fix it
if we
on.
compare to most of the people who Junko had an effect on, honestly, Mukuro was kind of one of the chill ones. Like, for example, Matsuda.
Yeah,
on the novel.
exactly.
Like, oh my god, bro, she killed this man. Like, she completely controlled his entire life. Mukuro just kind of she has a bit of a voluntary aspect to it, right? Like, she's voluntarily helping her sister out, and sure, her sister does not treat her well, right? She insults her every 2 seconds and stuff. But honestly, she got the good end of the stick, in a way. Like, compared to most of these characters that Junko constantly interacts with, honestly, I would say, Mukuro is one of the the ones that got the best treatment in a way. Honestly.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I think Kanade wins this one easily. I'm not gonna lie.
I think there is a question. There is an interesting question. It says basically if you took away Nagito's luck in his case, and assume that he successfully conducted the murder, if there are any characters who would be able to solve it logically. Well, first of all, I think I can answer this question as well, even though I'm no Nagito specialist.
Yeah, you can talk a little bit.
And
I can interfere.
well, the essential problem here is that I don't think that you can separate Nagito's luck from his case, because if you separate Nagito's luck from his case, he cannot conduct the murder in the first place. Like, sure, you can assume that somehow he does this, but like, at least for me, I don't think there is a plausible theory as to suggest why or how is he even supposed to do this without luck, because his entire case basically worked on the notion that the traitor is supposed to pick up the grenade and throw it, and this would activate like domino effect of everything, and if the culprit basically did not do this, then somebody completely other would do this, and it would become an unsolvable case, but it would not meet its goal, which is what Nagito intended, really. So if this didn't meet its goal, it would not even, he would not even commit the murder this way. So yeah, it's kind of a difficult question.
Yeah, that's basically my take on it. Because wait, you wanted to speak, Silver? I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like I wanted to add that if we just assume that Nagito does this anyway, like despite having basically no aim, then I think that there are no people who can solve this logically, because there is just no way to know who the culprit is, So yeah, that's that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I mean, the way well, it'd just be luck in itself, which is kind of ironic, right? You'd have to somehow
Don't mind me.
make Jackie throw the fire grenade, right? Like, you just have to pray that she is the one who threw it, because I mean, there's no other clue to go off from. The only way you can connect someone to the murder is Chiaki, right? But yeah, I mean, the problem is that it's Nagito wouldn't have done all of this if he didn't have luck. That's basically the biggest problem. That is occurring with questions like these, right? Or for example, people that scale Nagito without luck. Nagito with luck and without luck would be two completely different characters. Since we obviously want to respect the canon and the way the characters think, we have to use Nagito with luck, because first of all, it's an intrinsic component of him, but besides that, let's say we can separate it somehow magically. It would be like another complete different timeline. I mean, Nagito wouldn't have done his chapter 1 strategy like he did if he had luck. If he didn't have luck, I mean. And the same with chapter 5, right? So yeah, it'd be logically impossible to solve in most scenarios unless Chiaki still got the fire grenade somehow, right? But it'd be basically like I don't know, like a very small probability, right, to get it. If anyone else gets it, you have literally no clues to work on. That's basically it. So for the most part, yeah, I'd say it's unsolvable, really. If we were just to replicate the events of Danganronpa exactly how they happened, but we just remove the factor of luck. First of all, Nagito would look like an idiot, right? But apart from that, yeah, it'd be basically unsolvable.
Yeah. Well, another question is by Silver. I mean, you could have just asked, but you wrote it, so it doesn't matter.
No, I'm copying and pasting people's questions.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So this is somebody else's question. Okay.
Wait.
How do you scale Uturo? Yeah.
Do we?
What?
Are you? Oh yeah, because you're reading from Discord, right?
I'm reading from the
I'm
YouTube
reading
chat.
from Discord.
And then I'm copying.
I'm reading
from
for Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you can, Silver, please do copy the names, right? So it's a little bit easier to answer to the person who's
gotta copy the
saying
names too.
Come on, man. It's not that hard. It's literally just like holding that bit to the left. Look.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Come on. It's not that hard. Come on. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, like.
You know what? Dami, you do it. I'm too lazy.
No, what? Who?
Dami, you do it.
Oh yeah, we can get Darmy.
Darmy. Yeah, Darmy. Yeah, Darmy, do it. Okay, so how do you scale Uturo? Uh, this is kind of complicated, right? Because what you need to ask yourself a question. Basically, do you allow hacks correspond to intelligence of a certain character? You know, like it's kind of hard to question to really answer because it was shown that Utsuro's intelligence is like average, right? But just because he has divine luck at all these basically impenetrable concepts, it would be nigh impossible to actually outsmart him. You know, so it really depends on the way you scale, really. But for me specifically, I don't really scale Izuru, Utsuro, because I don't really like these kind of characters who essentially rely on hex statements and things like that. You know, like Izuru or Utsuro. I don't really scale them. But if I were to scale them, I think I would allow hacks because hacks are basically abilities that a person possesses, and even if they do not necessarily correlate to intelligence of said character, they still, you know, temper with the entire process of outsmarting. So yeah, the character itself would be like kind of average. I think it would, for example, Suzune from Code, right? If we stripped Utsuro from his divine luck, even Suzune from Code would be able to outsmart him. But just because he has those abilities, it makes it impossible to outsmart him for even the characters that are far more intelligent than Utsuro himself. But I think scaling people this way is kind of weird because we are supposed to actually scale intelligence and not hacks of certain characters. So yeah, it's kind of difficult to answer.
Yeah, I mean, because like we have to look at it from this way, right? Let's say a character has Utsuro's luck. Okay, what does that add for outsmarting? It doesn't. It isn't a feat for full scale IQ. It isn't a feat for overall IQ. None of these things, right? Even though sure, if they were in a hypothetical scenario fighting each other, Utsuro would win 100% of the time, right? Because he has luck. But yeah, I think it just depends on the way you scale, and I don't think outsmarting should be scaled like that, anyways. So yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh
So
my god, are these bots? Oh no, yeah, it's bots. Hang on.
I will just answer this very, very, very quickly because I know this question is asked from Paradox, right? Do you think Iroha is a bubblehead or a hiding? Yeah, she's a bubblehead. That's all there is to it. That's literally all there is to Iroha Paradox. You need to understand that, okay? You cannot scale to Nagito tier just because of some baseless theories. Yeah, so Iroha is just a bubblehead, and the only category she has that is really fucking impressive is VCI, and that is purely because of her talent, right? So yeah, that's that. Nothing more, nothing less.
Dami, this is why I put in the what do you call it? The cooldown for the questions chat because all the bots are just spam texting. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, not my wife.
Not Hanami Ichinos. Why are they allowed here though?
I
Can
don't
you like
fucking ask Planetary. He added like 30 of these character bots.
No, I mean
That's crazy.
you have to delete them. Okay, wait. You cannot like
I don't even know which question we stopped at. Hang on.
Oh, we can just look up, but that's nothing.
Okay. Oh, how about okay? How do you guys see the usage of brainwashing in class 77?
Oh, that's for Luga. I'm not knowledgeable there, so.
Okay, yeah. So brainwashing. Well, I'm gonna take it as you mean in scaling, right? And outsmarting. How do we take the brainwashing and outsmarting? So there's some things to take into account. First of all, about the manipulation problem. That's like the biggest problem people have, right? Some people say that brainwashing does not, is not a manipulation feat because Junko didn't do anything difficult. First of all, with that, I'd say it depends on the definition you use. For example, some definitions of manipulation, if I'm not confused, Cambridge's dictionary defines manipulation as controlling or influencing a person through like cunning methods, something like that, right? Unfair cunning methods. Now, if we take brainwashing in that case, then it perfectly encompasses a manipulation. So that's the first thing. Do we take like the methods by which you manipulate someone as important in what constitutes an actual manipulation feat or not, right? That's the first thing. Personally, I'd say it does constitute a manipulation feat. However, there is many things that make manipulation good, right? And I think it's here where Junko's manipulation through brainwashing gets weakened down. So the first one is potency, right? Well, I think we can all agree it's pretty strong in that case. That's the strongest point of Junko's manipulation. The second one is difficulty, and here's where it's gonna get like insanely nerfed, because we have to think, brainwashing isn't that hard. I mean, in Junko's case, right? It's just a video, really. So it basically depends on how you scale and the things that you use to value, the way you value manipulation. So first of all, the definition, and second of all, the things you use to value. Personally, I consider it a manipulation feat, but it isn't insanely high in my scaling because I value the difficulty of the manipulation a lot, right? So yeah, that's the first thing. The other thing to consider is that Junko didn't just brainwash people. That's another misconception that I want to clear. And sure, maybe like, for example, if we take the reserve course, right? Yeah, she manipulated. We have no information. We can assume she just brainwashed them like normally. However, if we look, well, actually, that's wrong, but I'll get to it in a second. If we look at, for example, the 78th class, right? There's actually something very interesting, which is that Junko brainwashed them through Chiaki's death instead of just, brainwashing them, right? She could have just done that. Why did she go through the trouble of doing this entire game to brainwash them? Well, we know that Junko operates by provoking despair. So we need to connect this to provoking despair and brainwashing the 78th class. So what I got to infer here is that basically we need to take brainwashing as a magnet, okay? And we need to take the emotions of people as another magnet. So now we have these two magnets, right? And we have to understand, brainwashing will not work if you're not emotionally stimulated. You need to feel despair before you can get brainwashed. And we actually saw this with Chisa, for example. She was suffering, but she wasn't in such a high level of despair to be able to be brainwashed, right? So Mukuro had to like torture her as well. So there we have a direct example of how brainwashing works. So now we have these two magnets, right? We need to have it.
Luga is
right now.
Luga is a professional yapper. Like, not gonna lie.
Okay, man. Okay, wait. I
Listen,
want to hear
he's
more.
just explaining what's going to be on the doc anyway, so you much rather hear it than read it.
Right. It's more fun, guys. And you're not gonna read the doc anyway, so you're gonna at least hear me for a little bit here. Let's be honest. Who's gonna read this fucking 130-page doc? Let's be honest.
I
Come on.
will. Probably I will.
Oh. Well, anyways, basically, again, we go back to the analogy of the magnets, right? We have these two magnets, and well, we want to brainwash someone, right? We are in Junko's place. We want to brainwash someone. We need to connect these two magnets, right? The magnets obviously have some level of attraction, but they're on separate places right now. We need to join them. How do we join them? We join them by provoking despair. When we stimulate enough despair, the magnets will be close enough to each other where they'll just click. They'll just connect to each other, basically. So there is a high degree of emotional manipulation, actually, in which Junko has to provoke despair, i.e. emotionally manipulate people before she can brainwash them. So, in essence, to summarize all this yap I just did, because I just talked for like 20 minutes here, brainwashing is a manipulation feat. It does constitute manipulation, emotional manipulation, brainwashing, whatever. It gets nerfed down if you just take brainwashing. It does get nerfed down because of the fact that it's a very easy method. But then it gets buffed again because she has to emotionally stimulate people to actually brainwash them. So that's basically it. That's I'd say manipulation. Well, brainwashing does count as a manipulation feat. It is relatively good. I do think it does get overshadowed by some of the top tiers and emotional manipulation.
Wait,
such
wait, Luga.
What?
The person who asked the question said it was more of a writing question, but okay.
Oh my
lol.
god, no. Okay, well, okay. I'll tell you
No,
something.
no, I don't want another yep.
No, I'll tell you something. That is completely your fault, okay? You didn't specify. I am in an SCD community, okay? I'm if you're not specifying, I am imagining you're talking about outsmarting. Well, if you want to look at it from a writing perspective, it's kind of like all right, I guess. And I don't know how we can look at it. It's pretty much all right. Most people would consider it a pretty most people would consider it a pretty disappointing method, right? Considering how Junko was viewed in the games. Junko in the games is basically this very charismatic person who has the power to move the masses completely on her own. And we can see this constantly in the games. I mean, the last trial, for example, we saw on the last trial of Danganronpa 1, right? We saw that she literally emotionally manipulated like 5 people to side for despair while she was like viewed as a monster. Like these people viewed her as a monster, and yet she was able to move and control her, their emotions to such a degree that they would prefer to side with her instead of keep traversing the hope path, which is something very interesting. And I think the brainwashing itself kind of it was disappointing, I guess. If we want to look at it from a writing perspective, it was disappointing. But there's also a writing element here that is very important. It's talked about a lot, but it's basically like sometimes letting things be mysterious is better for writing, right? And if we take this insane narrative, this insane statement, Junko dominated the entire world, controlled the entire world. No matter what you do, it's gonna look bad. Why? Because the statement is insane. Like you're not gonna be able to get even if it wasn't brainwashing, right? It's not gonna sound as good as it sounded when you didn't know what it was. Your imagination works in favor of the story, of the enjoyability of the story here, because you're wondering how the hell did this singular woman get to control the entire world? You just don't know it, and now you know it. Now you know it. She just brainwashing. I think it ended up being disappointing, but it's not even because of the brainwashing itself. It's just because of the fact that it removed the mystery, basically.
This is basically
This is basically just a Q&A for me.
This is basically a Luga Q&A and 2 random people.
Yeah, just 2 random people. Silver who laughs every now and then as background sound. And Riiruu contributes.
Let's power through these questions.
Okay, I need a timeout. We need to mute me for like 20 minutes.
Alrighty. So it's the next question. Where is that? What was the hardest case to solve in Danganronpa? I don't know who said that. That happened like 30 minutes ago. But
that was Beaver. Yeah, that's Beaver.
Luga reads you to sleep stream is dope, not gonna lie. No, that's crazy.
Okay, hardest case to solve in Danganronpa.
Well, I think I mean, it depends in if you want to include even the fan games. If we include the fan games, Canada's case is obviously the hardest one. I don't think there is any dispute there. When it comes to the canon, when it comes to the canon games, like the main 3 games, I think me and Luga will have different opinions on this. There's a question if we, like I think this question should be specified a little bit more because, I would consider Nagito's case to be harder than Kokichi's case, but this is just because Kokichi intended his case to be solved. That was his intention all along. So he didn't really make it complex. So, but like in general, I think Kokichi's case is harder to solve just because he has those hidden intentions, and I think that we need to like think holistically if we want to solve cases specifically. So we need to look like under the underlying intentions of said characters, and I think that's where Kokichi shines the most, and that's why I think Kokichi's case is also harder to solve than Nagito's specifically, even though Nagito's case is more complex and stuff. So yeah, it really depends on how you look at it.
Someone asked which was the most fun case. That's from Dami. Okay, we're just dodging that question. Next question. I'm joking. Okay, so I think we kind of answered that one last. But yeah, what's the most fun case, quote unquote? That's more opinion.
Oof.
So Silver, I don't know even where are you right now. I think the next question is no, wait, it's here. Who wins between Sayobai or Nagito and EQ?
Yeah.
In my opinion. Well, I think Sayobai gets management. Nagito, of course, gets engagement, and I would say that Xiaobai actually perhaps gets perception from Nagito, and Nagito takes understanding. So I think it's fairly close in a battle of EQ, but I would I would give the edge to Nagito over Sayobai in EQ. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say personally the same. Really, same take I have.
This one.
It's a bit lower for me, I guess, because I scale Nagito's EQM and EQE higher than Riiru's, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'd say it's the same take, like the same categories.
Kokichi versus Vincent Lalo. Oh no.
I didn't read Usogui, so I cannot answer that. So yeah, we just skipped that.
Me neither. Gotten the MI analysis. Okay, I think that's a general question. Chapter. I don't even know what that one means. Do you think?
Wait. Wait, no. I would just want to answer that I got like a part of Amaya analysis, but like that's it. I mean he did not translate the document to English, so he has just like the Japanese versions. But I usually communicate with Amaya, and I've seen his analysis. Not the whole analysis, of course, but I've seen parts of it, and it's pretty good.
Do you think?
Oh God, the bots are going. Yeah.
Oh, no,
I already answered that about Iroha. Darmi just for example even copy paste to the same question twice. For example,
Okay.
He's incompetent.
Oh wow.
Silver. Can you please delete the bot messages? L Lolliot is going insane on the chat. L Lolliot is going insane.
I'm deleting every message. Just fucking there.
Would Yuichi pass Danganronpa 3? No. That's all. I will not elaborate, just no.
Okay,
Damn.
for reference, guys, Riiruu is a Yuichi hater. We will not. I do not think he skills Yuichi correctly, but we will let it at that.
Yuichi does not pass a single game, not even the first game and the second game for the matter. He just doesn't clear anything.
Just put Ichika in one of Danganronpa's cases, and Yuichi just
no. She doesn't. She no, bro. Ishika doesn't clear as well. Like Yuichi lacks the sufficient reasoning to clear the cases. That's all.
Wow.
Like he does not pass.
Get Yuichi past Nagumo, says Fanta. Oh no, tell you who?
No, he's a Nagumo victim in reasoning. What? Like he does not pass.
Next question. Another fucking scaling one. Kaneda versus Akiyama.
Kaneda slams in almost all the categories. Wait, I will think about one category that I think Akiyama takes. Yeah, there's nothing exactly. Kaneda just slams. That's all you need to know. Like she completely demolishes Akiyama in his best category, which is strategy. Like I don't think Akiyama even gets a single subtest of strategy. She just completely whacks him in that category. He cannot do anything.
Okay, next question. Let's see.
Wait, I'm slandering Tert now. Okay, yeah, okay.
No.
Next
Oh,
question.
these things copy. Okay. Ola said, "Is Kokichi's personality the wannabe MC?" I mean,
Kokichi's
he
personality,
kind of is the MC in like Danganronpa 3 though.
no, he intentionally. Kokichi's personality is actually very interesting, and a lot of people overlook it. So in chapter 1, we see Kokichi being like not really helpful, but he is not necessarily antagonistic towards everybody, right? He like kind of jokes around because that's his natural personality, but over time he starts to like to antagonize people, intentionally like troll during class trials and basically portray him himself as like this condescending person that opposes others, you know. And the goal of his personality is to, since Kokichi figure out that the killing game is being streamed to people ever since chapter 1, he basically inferred the personality that these kind of people can have, you know, upon watching such a killing game. And of course, by antagonizing everybody during the killing game, he would basically grow too hard to the people that watch the killing game. And through this method, he basically ensured his safety throughout the killing game. Because, you know, it would be a shame to basically waste a character like Kokichi by just killing him prematurely. And this is like, you can say that this defense does not work, but it was one of the defensive methods on how Kokichi did this, you know, and how essentially is he clearing through the game. So yeah.
I'm just getting yelled at in the fucking questions chat because people don't know how to not talk in there.
No, I mean it's fine though, man. They have to talk. It's fine.
Wait,
Wait.
Izuru versus Kibo in a fight. Izuru wins. That's all. Like, there's no need to elaborate. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Explain why
even by
Kanade-
feats, I think Izuru wins.
Let's see. Can someone
Yeah,
explain
no,
why
Izuru-
Kanade
Izuru-
is skilled? Why is Kanade skilled so high? Uh oh, here's the another
Why
yapping
is
session.
Kanada's scale so high? Like, if I were to tell you how does Canada scale so high, I would be talking longer than Luga, and I don't want that. So
Oh, come on,
just
come on.
answer.
Yap a little bit. Yap a little bit. Okay, we did.
Like,
Here's-
like, what do you mean?
Here's the answer.
Okay.
Watch the game or play the game. Or watch.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Just watch the game. I mean, look, I think I will name two things that I think are really interesting, which Kanada did. It was in chapter 1 or even prologue, I think, if I'm not mistaken, where she spoke to Sora, right, the protagonist of Super Danganronpa 2, and she basically assessed that that there's something wrong with Sora, you know, that she's not acting normally. This is something in which Sora didn't know, and later it was revealed that basically Akane is a sub-persona of Sora, you know. She basically inherited her personality. Basically, they are the same people, but Sora does not exist, you know. And Kanada somehow intuitively grasped this through EQ or whatever. I honestly don't know how to rate this feat, but it's completely unrealistic, and this is something that is completely crazy and out of the bounds of logic. So we can infer that she scales very high through this. And of course, there is also strategy, you know, her chapter 3 strategy, well, where she basically dodged, you know, nine instances of divine luck, which is basically a power that bends shape, bends time and space, completely changes reality to your liking, and basically nine instances of divine luck were basically intervened in her plan in order to stop her completely. And even then, it was stated by Shobai that she could have continued if she wanted, but chose to give up because she wanted to see Hibiki suffer. You know, so like, but also fun fact that she created this strategy in like an hour approximately. And yeah, it had like fucking 15 contingencies all aligned perfectly with one another. Like, there is really nothing to doubt about Kanade scaling.
Okay, let me where is Tert? Okay. There.
Oh no, we are
There
getting this person now.
We're getting our mysterious guy here. What is he gonna add? We're gonna have a duet with Nagito here. We're gonna talk both about Nagito.
Yes.
I guess
I'm
we can do that.
I'm gonna make one correction. Kennedy does not take every single category from Akiyama. That is not true.
guy-
Can we kick Tert again? Can we kick Tert from
Okay,
here?
I'm sorry.
How do I do it? Oh, move the audience. Okay.
We need to.
You really moved him down.
Where is he? Where is he?
I got it.
Bro, move it into
Oh,
audio.
okay, I see how it is.
Okay, wait. Okay, you gotta up the volume. They're saying they can't hear Turd. Yeah, so
Up the oh, okay, I gotta. Okay.
yeah,
There.
Just,
Just 200 Tert. Also, talk to your fucking mic.
Is this better, guys? Is this better?
Oh, damn,
Yeah,
that's how this shit.
it's better.
Oh my bad.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. What
It's
do
fine.
we?
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, anyway.
Darby slandering you on the chat. Your mic sounds like a micro, Turd. Oh man.
I mean, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Anyway, is Danganronpa Togami canon? I don't give a shit, and I don't care. Yeah, so that's the answer.
Okay, I gotta. I don't even know where we're at. Man, you guys just love yapping in the pod questions channel.
The worst part is that there's literally a podcast general to yap, and
You
Yeah.
guys aren't yapping.
they just
Okay, I
They're
did
just-
that one. Did that one. Okay, I'm just gonna go all the way down to where I got pinged. Okay, Junko versus Johan. That's. I'm gonna start from there.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we're gonna start from that. Let me just take a little sip of water before I start yapping again. Okay, so Junko versus Johan. I think Junko absolutely annihilates no concept of diff. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah. I think there's no need for yap here, guys. We can
Okay.
make it.
Next question.
Unironically speaking, wait. I cannot speak. Unironically speaking, though, I think Junko versus Johan, they have a few close categories, but overall, I think just Junko is way more intelligent if we're talking anything that isn't EQ manipulation. I have a Jokan. What am I talking about?
Joking.
Johan, yeah, Jokan. I don't know who's Jokan, guys. But anyways, I have a Johan taking social quotient, which, to be fair, 40% of the community uses it. So, yeah, I mean, it's looking grim for Johan, guys. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
But yeah,
what do some people have against smart female characters?
Nobody has anything against smart female characters. It's just
I can
Asa,
think of
you know?
one person. Oh, yep, that's the
Like-
main
like-
one.
like that's all,
I
you
think
know.
Asa only. But generally speaking, I don't think anyone has anything. Well, obviously, there's a few people. Obviously, there's always exceptions.
Yeah,
I
like
think the
Asa
problem.
works out.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is that we have to understand that female characters, intelligent female characters specifically, appear way less in the media we consume normally than smart male characters. And this mostly boils down to the fact that we're consuming media mostly created by men, right? And the thing with with men is that they're just gonna create, for example, normally male protagonists. For example, this is the first thing, right? Which is logical. I mean, they can express themselves better by talking about a guy than they can a female, right? Because they actually lived the story, the life of a guy. So it's actually gonna basically, females are normally gonna take a side character role. They're not gonna be that important in the story most of the time. And if they are going to be important, it's not going to be through their intelligence. They're not going to provide value through their intelligence most of the time. So in general, I don't think female characters are undervalued because they're female. It's just because we normally are looking at media which does not contain smart female characters in the first place, for the most part, right?
Yeah, it's a lot
That's
more males
basically-
than females. Like the
Yeah,
only like
just in
main
general,
ones, the only main ones I know is like, or like people use somewhat regularly would be like some of the coat girls like Ichika and Erisu, and then you have Junko and Kirigiri, and then you have Siesta and Shiro. But other than like those handful, there aren't many like good female outsmarting characters.
Right, they're normally just side characters, and they're not like valued by their intelligence, right? Like they might make them, eloquent. I'm not saying they make them stupid necessarily. They're just not that good in outsmarting in general. I don't think it's necessarily a thing that people underrate female characters. It's just that there's less female characters to scale in outsmarting in general because of the media we consume, as I've said.
Let's see. Another question: Mikado versus Shobai. How do I even say that? Mikado versus
Shobai.
it-
I don't know.
It's well, I think it's Sayobai, but I'm not sure. It can be Shayobai as well. Nobody knows. Who knows? But like, okay, I think this matchup is very interesting. I have them personally very close. I have Sayobai winning by a slight margin, but I think the category distribution is very interesting specifically because Mikado is like completely broken in CPY, right? And it kind of boils down to just how good the CPI is in specific situations in outsmarting. So, whereas I think that Xiaobai like takes most of the categories, I think that Mikado is heavily carried by CPY, which makes him scale very high in accordance to Xiaobai, for example. But yeah, like in general, I have Xiaobai taking most of the categories. I think Mikado takes FSIQ and planning, and maybe even perhaps like anticipation or prediction and these categories. But like in general, Xiaobai just takes most of the categories.
Oh yeah. One comment to the audience: try to make the question Danganronpa related, and if any questions you have that are not Danganronpa related and directed towards me, I will have answer them like when the podcast is over. I just want to make that note now. So.
Okay. I mean, we
next-
could have them like you answer them in the middle though, just as a
Yeah.
way to take a break and stuff.
take a break from your yapping. I gotcha.
Yeah, man. Okay, yeah. It's not easy. Okay, I need to drink water a lot. It's not easy to yap for 40 minutes about Danganronpa. I need
Okay.
I need a break, bro. And we can't just not talk for like 5 minutes, right? So yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Next question. Could L? I think it should be like answered separately. Could L or PJ solve all of the Danganronpa cases?
Yo, I can take this one if you guys are cool with that.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so the thing about Danganronpa cases is that the game, right? It makes them look like they're not insanely hard. Like they give us hints, they give us truth bullets, they give us like.
We
clear
already
updates.
kind of spoke about that, so I don't think you need to mention
Alright,
like the
okay.
big of cases.
But long story short, you're not going to solve a lot of the cases, specifically in L here. I don't see L really solving a lot of the cases, especially the harder ones in, I don't know, like, for example, Mikon's case. I think he could genuinely just not be able to solve that. So I think maybe give them like 50%. And that's being generous too. Like, I really think that these cases are just that hard and that most smart characters are not solving all the cases.
Okay. Which verse is Soyobai comparable to? That's not Danganronpa.
Xiaobai, right?
Well, I mean, we have him. I think we both have him around Nagito level, right? We can say just
yeah, Nagito
I think-
level around.
I think he can be
take.
compared to like Classroom of Elite.
Well,
Could he be?
that's where we
Takagurui?
disagree with each other because I skill Koji like higher than you, so I don't
I mean,
think it's
wait.
comparable.
I'm sorry. Does he need to scale to Koji level to?
I mean, I
Answer the
mean, I
verse
think the question is
Elite, I mean-
formulated like I think the question is formulated like what verse is Shobai comparable to? So meaning which verse would be like comparable to his intelligence? So meaning like the strongest or the most intelligent character from the verse, against Shobai essentially. So I
Sure.
think that's what we are trying to answer here, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's the point. Being like, if we were to put Soyobai in a verse that's not Danganronpa, how would he scale? Would he scale
Yeah,
to like
so
Koju level in Ko or L level in Death Note?
I think that he's in between Takuya and Koji. Or maybe like comparable to Takuya, because I scale Takuya also pretty high. So yeah. I think he's comparable to Takuya generally. I think you can place him there.
Okay.
I mean, I think Luga and Tert disagree with me here, but yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay.
I got pinged.
Oh, you got it?
I got pinged on the. Oh, okay. There's questions on the podcast now. I see.
Okay. Well, Dummy, I'm making your however I'm paying you, making your money's worth. Could Conan solve every Danganronpa case?
Well, again, I think we have to. There's a bit of a problematic here, and I think it depends on if we're talking just solving the cases. I think personally, right? If we talk about just solving the cases, so figuring out the murder, maybe figuring out the way, the methods, they used the murderer used to kill and all that stuff. I think Conan could easily do that. But for example, if we're talking about surviving and solving, it becomes a bit more difficult, right? For example, in the case of Danganronpa 1 in Chapter 5, right? It's practically unsurvivable unless there's two ways to survive. First of all, you have Makoto's luck, which, you're Conan, so we assume you don't. And the second thing is that you just let Kyoko die, which would be a bit of a dick move. I would imagine Conan would not do that. So if we imagine that he wants to save Kyoko because he knows she's not the killer, he's basically not going to survive. So if we think of solving trials as just figuring out the murder, then yeah, I think he'd solve it. And honestly, I think a good share of detectives would solve it, but especially Conan, right? Because he's one of the top tier ones. So yeah. Anyways.
This one. We know Junko is pure evil, but do you guys see her as a victim of her own despair?
No, I'll be answering this one.
Isn't this question like self-explanatory? Because Junko's entire purpose is inflicting despair, whether it be like on other people or herself. I had this discussion with like a bunch of people over the course of my SCD career. It was like, whatever like someone does, Junko will always win because the purpose of a life is inflicting despair, whether that would be like inflicting it onto others or inflicting it onto herself. Like I think like the Junko doc too, from what little I read, it's like, yeah, Junko makes plans and also countermeasures to make sure like people can defeat her because she wants to feel despair. That's like the entire center of her character.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think that was.
So would you call that a victim?
Okay, yeah. I don't think that's what the question was directed at. I do agree, though. That's the thing with Junko. It's very interesting. She does leave holes in her plan to feel her despair because she can't lose. If we're being honest, because she's gonna feel. Her objective is to feel despair, and if she loses, she's gonna feel despair. And if the opposition loses, she's also gonna feel despair because she loves them. That's the part of Junko's character, right? She only kills and makes people who she actually loves suffer, right? Like, for example, people from the reserve corps or stuff like that. She doesn't really care about them that much. She just brainwashes them or something like that. But again, she made an entire killing game for the 78th class. She made like an entire killing game for the 77th class, right? She shows her love through despair, right? That's basically it. And she cannot lose because she will get despair no matter the outcome.
Yeah.
However,
so
I don't think. No, speak.
I was gonna say like, so this question really depends on like your definition of a victim, because it would like talking about it by our perspective, like the reader's perspective, yeah, she's a victim of her own despair. But if we see it from her perspective, she's not a victim because that's what she wants. She wants to feel despair. So,
Yeah, yeah. Well, again, I think the question was more directed at the fact that, like, do we think of Junko's story as tragedy, but like in a more like, I guess in a more of a writing perspective, right? Instead of if we look at, okay, yeah, she's suffering, like we get that, but the thing is that in a superficial level,
Oh, can we see
Danganronpa
it?
looks very like cartoony, right? Like Junko does not seem to be suffering very much in a
oh,
very
it was a
superficial
writing
level.
thing. It was a
Yeah,
writing question.
that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm saying.
So
So
I misread it.
yeah, no problem, no worries. I think Junko's writing and just story in general is very underrated, and yeah, she is. It is completely a tragedy because it's not so much about the suffering itself in the sense that, well, she's causing all that suffering, but the problem is that it's you have to view despair as a curse. It's literally a curse for her. She has felt it her whole life. She has learned to live with it, but she does not necessarily want it. She in a way hates it. She cannot control herself. That's the problem. It's like a it's basically
Addiction.
just a curse for her. Yeah, I guess we can call it an addiction in a sense. She just has this very very tragic thing because you see, for example, in the Danganronpa novels, right? You see her, she literally cries in one moment after killing Matsuda, for example. So we understand that she genuinely suffers. She genuinely loves the people that she inflicts despair upon, right? She genuinely loves the people she makes suffer. She just cannot control herself to a certain degree. It's like and this does buff Junko's outsmarting a lot also, because you have to think that she's
Luga, I
She-
think you're kind of drifting off the question right now. You're just yapping right now again.
okay. Sorry. Yeah, we'll leave it there then. We'll just leave it there.
Okay.
In a sense, I do think she's a tragic character, and yes, I do think you should look at despair as a curse more than anything. It's really a curse for Junko. That's
Alright,
basically
let's see.
the easiest way to summarize it.
I will hand a question right now because I think it's really interesting. And Beaver said, "What's the top 5 smartest characters in Danganronpa?" So I will
no,
exclude
is that
Izuru.
problem?
I
Yeah, there's
will
a problem.
exclude Izuru. Yeah.
Is that including
I
Izuru
will
or not?
No. I will exclude Izuru because
Okay.
that's a topic for another day, right? So I think first is like I will not consider the non-canon games, where Canada and Shobai is from. So first is Junko, then Kokichi, then Nagito.
Nagito.
Fourth
Then
is
Kyoi?
Kyoko,
Okay,
Kyoko, yeah. Irigiri, yeah. And I think fifth is like Monaka or Tsumugi.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it depends
Tsumugi?
there on that matchup. Yeah,
That's an
Tsumugi or
interesting
Monaka.
one. I haven't skilled like Danganronpa in I think about half a year maybe, but I don't have Tsumugi like Kirigiri level.
No. I mean, she's not. She's really not. Unless we like consider only games, maybe.
And
Even then,
if we include if we include the fan game made games that are basically fan made, then first is Junko again, right? Then it's Kanade, then Kokichi, then I guess Shobai and Nagito is really debatable, so I'm not sure there. They can be like
Same tier,
third and
basically.
fourth.
Same tier.
Yeah, same tier. Yeah, I think it's really just very very close, like a matter of extreme diff essentially. And then fifth is I would say that it's Kinjo from Super Danganronpa 1. I don't think it's Kirigiri. I think it's Kinjo.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
So
I mean,
we
yeah,
entered
I
this.
would say you have to read the LN, but that sounds like a really goofy
Yeah.
argument. So we'll just leave it.
Yeah,
We'll just leave it there, I guess.
probably.
It does,
here's-
right? Read the LN.
Here's the cult questions. Nagito versus Nagamo. I mean, Nagito wins. That's not even a debate.
I don't think that's a debate. The thing is that the people who
Did
considers
Ace make
Nagumo-
Naguma win? Is that
No, Ace
why
did
you
not.
answer?
No. But Ace literally handicapped Nagito as well because he was trying to prove a point. So even Ace, who skills Nagumo relatively high, does not even. He thinks Nagito without luck wins against Nagumo, and
Oh,
Nagito without luck nerfs Nagito a lot, especially in strategy and planning. Right?
that's like Anakoju without the white room and seeing who wins.
Right, it's
Yeah.
literally that. It's literally that. Like Nagito just he extreme diffed, to be fair, but he did win anyways. I don't think I think anyone who considers Nagito versus Nagumo a debate, if we talk about Nagito with his content, mostly we can just include anime and Danganronpa 2, to be honest. With luck, obviously, I think it's really not a debate. You could probably scale Nagumo higher than I do, for example. I'm sure some Koti scalers will scale Nagumo higher than I do, but I don't think it's a debate in terms of who wins in the end, right? I think it's gonna be Nagito 100%, unless you have misinterpreted or do not fully understand Nagito's feats. That's basically it.
These next like 6 questions are just easy answers.
Wait, I will just say, imagine ask if Tsumugi scaling depends on the ending, and I will just say yes. That basically her entire scaling depends on what interpretation do you have for the ending, and that's about it, really.
Agree
Yeah,
with the diff. Yo, when you ask questions, can you make them specific? Like, I don't want to be a dick, but we're answering questions based on what you guys vote, and if it's not the answers you like, then you have to like rephrase the questions to make sure we understand completely. Let's see. Mikon versus Horikita. That's Mikon. It's not even a debate.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean,
Mikon.
Mikan's pretty strong. I think overall it's underrated. I don't think Horikita can match up to her, especially because like she just destroys in anything else that isn't like FSIQ and knowledge, maybe, I guess.
And
know.
reasoning, I guess.
Uh,
Like Horikita is a kind of good
Sure,
reasoning.
sure.
I think
She
fits
has
that,
solid
yeah.
reasoning. Yeah, I can agree. She has solid reasoning.
Yeah, but well, Mikon would need reasoning to create her strategies and understand all the possibilities and whatnot.
She
She'd
has-
need pretty instant reasoning for that.
I mean, she would lack. The problem is. Yeah, actually, yeah, I agree with Tert. She'd get like deductive and inductive, and Horikita would get
Yeah, and
abductive,
overall.
I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously overall. Yeah.
Junko and Takia and Deception. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. That is okay. That is a message from the person I hate the most. You see, that guy is bullying me with Junko for the past 6 months on a private server. Yes, Takia no diffs, guys. That's the truth.
True.
I'm just glazing Junko, guys, but Takia is just too strong. What can I say?
Okay, none of you. Okay, this next question. None of you guys read Yusoki. Me neither. But Lalo beats Nagito with luck, just based on ABC scaling. So
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I would say, yeah, for sure.
That's easy.
Kirigiri versus Chiaki. Kirigiri takes this. I think it's like mid diff for me.
Okay, guys, I don't want to go on a rant, okay, but
Oh,
what does Chiaki have? Okay, genuinely, can someone tell me one Chiaki
Yeah.
feat which Kyoko does not know diff? Please.
Yeah,
I'd like to hear it.
Like Kyoko like noticed Chiaki.
I think
Yeah.
it would
Like
be
if we want to be
the
generous, I
social
think it's like very
intelligence
low diff.
Chiaki has.
No, Kyoko has better social intelligence even. It's not even that. Maybe social skills if you want. We can give her social skills. She does not have better social intelligence. For example, Danganronpa 1, when she understood the way the viewers were going to react to Junko's movements, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how she was conditioned by her movements. I mean, by how Junko was conditioned by the viewer's perception, right? She cannot do some certain things because the viewers are watching, and if Junko does not adhere to the rules, she's gonna make an unfair game, right? So yeah, I think she wins in social intelligence as well. I don't think it's debatable. It's just no diff, guys. I'm sorry. Like
Oh my god.
in writing as well, okay? Both writing and outsmarting.
Wait, could solve the cases of what?
What?
Could Phoenix Wright solve the cases of Ace Attorney if the detective was Kyoko instead of Gumshoe?
I don't know
I'm
Ace Attorney, so I don't know.
about to be like,
Yeah,
that's more
I-
directed
you-
towards Ace Attorney than Danganronpa.
Yeah.
I mean, we would need to know the context of Ace Attorney, so
Yeah.
and
How
I
do you
don't, I
think-
don't, I don't know that though.
Yeah, I don't know either. I only know the memes. How do you think Moriarty would perform in Danganronpa?
Pretty poorly.
Moriarty, right?
He gets
Yeah,
picked.
Yeah, he
No.
would perform really well. He has like insane psychoanalysis, really good reasoning skills, like top notch.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd do well both as a detective and as a criminal. I mean, as a murderer, it's really
Yeah.
It's gotta be pretty
Moriarty would be really. Yeah, it would be a really good scenario for Moriarty. I think it would be. Well, I don't want to say easy, but I think it would be kind of easy for Moriarty to, especially like figure out some of the cases. Like I can imagine Moriarty struggle, for example, with Nagito's or Kokichi's case, a little bit, but he would solve them in the end anyway. So
Let's see. If you guys had the power to greenlight more Danganronpa, what would you guys want from it other than more Mukuro?
Wait,
Please, Nagito. Please, Nagito.
Danganronpa is, if you don't know what it is, it's a fan made. So it's not like the same as like Super Danganronpa, but it's like, apparently it's a verse in which what's his name? The main MC from Danganronpa 1. I keep forgetting his name. But it's
Yeah,
if he
Makoto.
gets his Matoto, if he gets his memories back. Like Junko didn't brainwash his memories completely and whatnot.
no. What happens is that there's basically like this escape button. He just gets an escape button via pure luck on the Monokuma machine, and then he regains his memories by pressing the button, which is a pretty goofy concept, but I'll give it to him, I guess. Well, I think the thing with Danganronpa, I would have liked to see a little bit more like what happened afterwards, right? But overall, I'd say it's pretty decent, honestly. I think it was a really good story for the most part. I think it did add a bit more depth to Mukuro, especially. I think I really enjoyed Mukuro's character in Danganronpa. Mukuro was really good. In general, I just consider it a very solid novel, honestly. I don't know what I would add apart from, again, a bit more content, I guess. Just in general, just detail what happens afterwards.
Let's see. Next one. Could Nagito, if he wasn't induced in despair, solve Trial 5 and sentence Junko?
Which Trial 5?
I
One.
think it's for the first game, Trial 5.
Yeah, I
Because-
would imagine Danganronpa 1, right? No,
Yeah.
there's no way. I doubt it. He just it's a bit of a difficult one, but let me think about it. I think okay, he has good reasoning skills, and he has the mass manipulation needed to to convince people. But the problem is he will just lack first of all the speed at which is needed to solve the trial. First of all, actually, well, let me structure this a little bit different. We'll assume some things, okay? First of all, is that Junko will not stop the trial, because if Junko stops the trial, then you can't do anything about it. It's unsolvable, okay? We'll assume Junko stops the trial at a fixed time, okay? Just for the sake of this argument. Naito would lack the speed to make all the reasoning lines quickly enough, because some reasoning lines are just really hard to make unless you have the information on chapter 6. Very hard to make. You'd spend most of the trial trying to clear Kyoko's suspicion from the group. And yeah, I don't think Naito would be able to sentence Junko because, again, most of the time would be spent on Kyoko, just trying to save Kyoko, and then saving yourself, and then convincing an entire group of people on voting on a person that is already dead. It's not an easy trial to it's not easy to sentence Junko at all. And I think, yeah, Naito would just lack the time needed to actually solve it.
Okay. Next one. Could Yuichi commit a murder in Danganronpa and get away with it?
No, no.
Oof. Like,
That was-
No.
like there's no information on the way Yuichi disposed of the bodies when he killed his parents. So he could have, for all we know, done some like very complex plan, or just simply throw them in a river. Who knows? And then the way the Danganronpa
It's probably the latter.
yeah, it's probably him just throwing the bodies in a river. And then the other question is the Danganronpa characters, when it comes to like the reasoning and perception and just basically raw IQ, they just beat Yuichi a lot of the times. So
I think this is also a matter of, because Kokichi and Nagito both scale above Yuichi. And I would even argue that Kirigiri scales above Yuichi. So Yuichi would not be even top 1 in any of the games. So how is he supposed to clear the class trials when there are clearly smarter people than him? So yeah, that's that. He just doesn't clear.
let's see. Oh no, not this one. Who's the best waifu in Danganronpa?
Kirigiri.
Kanade.
No, Kyoko. No, this Riiruu guy is fucking insane. Okay, we do not take his opinion, guys. He likes Kanade. Okay, just let him kill himself. It's fine. He'll die in the first 2 seconds after meeting him.
No.
Oh,
But listen.
Well, what'll happen? Okay, I'll detail the entire meeting. Okay, Kanade will go with Hibiki, right? Because they won't be separated. Riiruu will look at Hibiki for 2 seconons and get his.
No,
head
I will
sliced
not
off.
look at her. No, I will not look at her. Never.
All right, bro.
You won't be able. You just accidentally
I
look at her.
cannot look at her. No, it's no accident look. I'm cautious, okay? I will not look at her. I'm telling you, Kanade is a waifu. That's all there is to it.
I don't know.
Okay.
You do you, I guess.
Let's see. Oh god, this is a long question. Can the Kagami family saga be taken as any form of canon?
Oh,
Linked to
no.
Danganronpa due to Danganronpa Togami.
Okay, that is Rambo's question. I know it. Because she's the only person who
Yep.
has read
Yep.
Danganronpa Togami.
Yeah, it's back to
Yeah,
back.
no,
okay.
so we just don't answer that. Rampo can answer that for herself.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I just haven't read the Kagami family saga yet. So yeah, I
Okay,
cannot.
so
Sadly
uninformed.
cannot.
Next one. Is Danganronpa 3 related to the canon Danganronpa timeline? Okay, it's a 2-parter. So yeah, this entire question is basically
is,
saying does Danganronpa connect to each other?
No, it's saying that if Kokichi's game basically corresponds to the other games, that's what it's
I
saying.
thought it did. I thought it did.
No, well, actually, it's pretty difficult to answer because we know that, for example, that it correlates somehow, but we don't know if it correlates canonically. So we cannot assume. Okay, so there are 3 options, right, that are plausible. The first option is that both the Killing Harmony and the other 2 games are false. They basically never happened. They are within some sort of a game. That's one theory. Then there's the other theory, which basically supports that Killing Harmony is real and the 2 other games never happened and they are in a game. They are fake. And then there's the 3rd theory, which says that Killing Harmony is fake and that it happened in a game, and the other 2 games are real. These are the only 3 possible options, and it's really up to interpretation if you want to believe either of those options. Like, there is not really one that stays above the others, so it really just depends if Koraka ever comes back and elucidates upon that a little bit more. But yeah, we can generally assume that Killing Harmony somehow correlates to the other 2 games. But from the standpoint of an omniscient narrative, basically author, which basically story tells the entire book or the story, yeah. But if it's linked story-wise, it's hard to tell, really. So yeah, there's no clear answer to that.
Let's see. Well, I think we already talked about this one. Where would Izuru rank in smart character debate?
I think it's time for Izuru Luga.
Oh no.
Luga, come here. Why are you gone?
This is on you.
Oh, I
Luga,
was
Luga,
muted. I
this
was muted. I didn't realize. Okay, well, I think guys, there's 15 viewers now, so we have lowered the amount of viewers, so I won't get crucified for this take. We can start the Izuru slander part of the stream. Well, first of all, I'll say this. Okay, I have read Moriarty's docs. Honestly, I have read them. I think Izuru scales very high on the categories that he's the best at. For example, full scale IQ. But he doesn't
Perception.
have deception. You think, well, he has really good concealment, for example. He scales very high at the categories he's best at, but he lacks the versatility to get, like, for example, no diffing Fyodor. I think it's a crazy take. No diffing Sora, no diffing Shiro, all these characters.
Yeah, he doesn't know different because those characters have even though they're unrealistic, they have actual explainable feats and whatnot. Unlike Izuru,
No, I mean,
which is mostly
no,
it's mostly
Izuru has
statements.
Izuru has explainable feats. They're just hidden. They're not directly stated, because Izuru works more in the background of things, unless it's Ultra Despair Girls, for example. Which most people haven't played, to be fair. The problem is, Izuru, for me personally, just lacks the versatility to scale to insane levels, no diffing. Well, again, Fyodor, Moriarty. I think he could comfortably become a top tier, but yeah, he's not no diffing any of the godlike tiers. Say, I don't think. Just to have a reference, I don't think he's no diffing Junko neither. Junko takes a good amount of categories, unless we go by narrative, of course. Because if we use narrative, which is completely valid, by the way, I don't want anyone to discredit narrative in this case, because it's inside the verse, and inside the verse, narrative is very logical to utilize, right? It's saying, arguing that, I don't know, Arisu, for example, beats Ainokoji in VSI. I mean, because she has a better feat, right? Yeah, but Koji has the narrative necessity to know differ in every category, and it's the same with Izuru, basically. If we use inverse narrative, yeah, Junko obviously gets no diff. But I think only by feats, Izuru would actually, lose some categories to Junko. So yeah, I think Izuru scales decently high, I'd say. Around Junko level, maybe higher. I'd like to look at some some parts of the doc again, just to make sure I'm scaling him correctly, of course. I'm still not really that deep into the Izuru analysis, to be honest. That's my current take, personally.
Okay.
Wait. There's I don't know if Riiruu wants to talk about it. I think I know what his answer's gonna be. Do we just dismiss the question, or?
All right. So I scale mostly by proven ability, right? I don't scale inherently by normal scaling. I kind of combine the two scalings into one. So my scaling is basically like a hybrid between those two scalings, it's some sort of a bridge, And I personally did not read the doc that Mamiyoshi made, but from my knowledge, Izuru is mostly just statements and narrative implications within the context of Danganronpa as a whole, right? So he should narratively know with Junko, obviously. But when it comes to feats, actual feats that are also not just theories that are plausible but not proven, or cogently provable by logic, then I think that he just does not scale that high. I think he scales below Junko if we were to take all the feats into account. So yeah, that's that.
Okay.
So yeah, we share a similar opinion, basically.
What is y'all's favorite Danganronpa characters?
Nagito.
Yeah, I think we can.
Kokichi.
Yeah, Nagito as well for me. Honestly, that's a very simple one.
Yeah,
I'd say
Nagito's the best.
If I had to make a ranking
Nagito.
personally, I have Nagito. I don't know, Nagito. I guess we can put Kyoko second, Junko, and then Kokichi. Personally, I would imagine Riiruu has Oh, what do you have? We'll just say it. Yes.
Kokichi, Kanade, then Nagito, and then I don't give a oh, Rantaro. Rantaro is fourth. I cannot forget about Rantaro.
Yeah, he's.
And then I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Let's see.
Okay.
Who takes insanity inducement between Nagito and Kokichi?
I mean,
I would say that Kokichi does, because Kokichi showcased like a great range of insanity inducement, or well, I don't know if I would call it insanity inducement inherently.
yeah, that's the thing. I don't think neither of them have shown any like real insanity inducement. It's more just like higher levels of emotional manipulation.
Yeah, like Kokichi induced something between the lines of insanity inducement, if you want to call it that, when he essentially showed everybody the truth of the outside world, like showed the devastated world, where it's basically uninhabited by people. And we can kind of assume that is insanity inducement, because in a way the people went insane to the point they basically did not get up from bed for an entire week, like Shuichi did, right? So I think you can essentially call that insanity inducement, but I don't think it really correlates to the definition inherently. Like, it's kind of complicated.
Yeah, it's more like fear inducement, I guess.
No, it's not fear, because like what do other participants really fear? Like it's just not fear inducement.
It's neither for me, as you said, but yeah.
Yeah, like it's something weird, but like I guess I would consider it insanity inducement in a way. So I think for me, Kokichi takes this because I don't think that Nagito induced insanity basically ever. So yeah, but like it's a completely useless category anyway. So
okay, we already answered this one. The smartest MC, it's Izuru, and then if we don't include Izuru, it's Junko. We already answered that. So, who's endgame plan?
MC.
Wait,
oh, MC.
Like that's main character now.
Main character. Well, it'd be between basically Makoto's sister, Hajime, and Shuichi, right? I mean, well, it has to be Shuichi. Right?
Yeah.
Shuichi for sure. Shuichi for sure is the smartest among those.
Sadly,
like there's no discussion, I think.
Listen, Dami, my VCI sucks. We all know this. This isn't a joke anymore. It's true. Okay, whose endgame plan was better, Kokichi or Nagito?
Better in what? I think that needs to be specified.
Yeah, it doesn't specify.
That's the problematic, right? Because Kokichi and Nagito had completely different goals. It's hard to compare them by just saying which was better, because better implies like they have the same goal and one did it, to a significant superior degree, and it's not the case.
Yeah. So I don't think we can answer that.
So let's answer it like, who was able to complete the goal more efficiently, let's say.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, in that case, it would obviously be Kokichi. I mean, Naito didn't even get to complete his goal, because his goal was to leave Chiaki alive and then kill everybody else. But Chiaki outed herself out as a traitor and died, so it didn't even work for Naito. And Kokichi's case, it did.
Oh, Dami wants to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, how do I do that? Show a quest. Oh, okay.
Wait, who wants to speak? Dharmi?
Yeah.
Are we gonna bring him into here?
Let bro in.
Wait.
Well, in the meantime, you can read another question while you drag Dharmi here.
Yeah.
I did. I invited him. Should come any second now, unless he went AFK at the last possible second. Byakuya versus Riiruu or Irasu, if that's easier. I mean, Byakuya takes. I don't know much about the light novel. I haven't read it, but I scale him like from just games and storyline. I just scale him to like Manabu level, and he beats Irasu and Riiruu.
He loses.
I disagree with this. I think Riiruu takes like Byakuya games only. Yeah, right. Like games only. I think Riiruu takes for sure.
I mean, it's LN though, so.
You
It's like
agree
light
that
novel.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
agree that both take? Okay. I think again, I haven't read the full novel yet. I'm still in volume 3. I'm still finishing it. The LN so far has gave him some good buffs and tactics and prediction, for example, just general foresight. I think it still is below Ryuin and Narisu though, but he does take categories. I think, for example, Ryuin could be a close matchup, I guess. Arisu should comfortably beat him though, because the categories that she's strong at. Okay,
I don't think it's a close match, but okay.
I mean, I've read the LN as well. You have to take that into account.
Oh yeah,
If it was-
okay.
If it was
Yeah.
games, if it was games only, yeah, it's not that close. I mean, he has literally his only emotional understanding feats are anti feats. So, yeah,
Yeah.
All right, bro.
in games, it's a different story, of course. I'm taking composite here.
Tert, can you like buy a new microphone maybe? Like
Good that.
Okay, no,
Okay,
wait.
what about now? What about now?
Or
Is it-
Tert
is it
hasn't
now?
even talked yet. We need to let's put a question for him, man. We need a
Okay,
question.
bro.
I mean, because
I gotta
the
couple
microphone is
something
shit,
else.
nobody will
Okay,
understand him
I
anyway.
got you. Here's a question. Ryuin in versus Junko in manipulation. Answer that.
Okay. What the fuck? Ryuin slams no diff, and it's not a debate. Ryuin just takes.
Fact.
Okay. Next
I
question.
agree.
Oh, do you guys think that Nagito and Junko should have more scenes together considering their characters?
No, I think it would just turn really weird. Like even now, there are some insanely fucked up in the head people who somehow ship
Okay,
Junko
no,
and Nagito together.
that
Yeah,
is
so
not
no.
that is not what Entropy was asking. I'm sure.
Okay.
No, but like,
Okay.
you know, like more scenes together between Nagito and Junko would imply more people shipping them together. Like it's a kind of an equation. And
Okay,
no,
sure, I can
no,
understand
I don't
that,
want
but-
that.
I think
I think it's individually, not like together.
no. I
I
mean,
mean,
it literally says
Individually.
it's just together, right?
it literally says should have had more
Okay.
scenes together.
Guys. Hot
Together-
take, but this would be actually goaded because we look at Nagito and Izuru, right? And we see their like very brief interaction, and that ended up being one of the most interesting scenes in the entire game, like in my opinion, despite how short it would be. So
Yeah.
if we see Nagito and Junko interact, I think it would have potential, and it would be very neat dynamic they could have.
Yeah, for sure, I agree. I guess I think they should have had some more scenes together. Of course, it isn't the main part of the plot neither, so it shouldn't be like a ton more scenes, right? But a decent amount of scenes would be good. There's just a lot of interesting parallels between Junko and Nagito and Junko and Mikado, right? All these characters I think have very interesting parallels with Junko, and yeah, I think just some extra scenes would have not done any harm personally.
What is this question even saying?
What? Which one?
An actual question that's
Oh,
called
yeah.
CB versus
Okay,
Kokichi. Since
Yeah, I can answer that one, I guess.
Yeah.
I can talk about this one with Tert as well because he knows about Subaru. Okay, because CB is composite Subaru for those who don't know.
oh yeah, I didn't know.
Which will be like no one, yeah, because 90% of the community does not know Subaru and 99 does not know what composite Subaru is, right? But yeah.
No, I've only watched like 2 edits on him tops.
He solos, he clears. Kamparu is very broken, and he
Yeah.
just like his strongest categories are just incredibly strong.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I actually made a distribution for this, by the way. There's a collab that's gonna come out in a bit, which I made the distribution for Chris on his channel, basically.
Oh my god.
I had like composite Subaru high diffing, which is very high actually. Some would consider it very high. I think it's pretty much where I would scale him, honestly, because I scale Kokichi slightly above Akiyama.
Okay, bro.
Come on, okay, it's not that bad. It's like composite Subaru, mid high diffs Akiyama, and high diffs Kokichi. That's very fair, to me,
Oh, bro.
personally. So
I
yeah,
still Kokichi slightly more above Akiyama than Luga. Yeah, let's just say that.
okay, yeah, but
And
you're an
Kokichi
Akiyama
slams
hater.
Subaru.
You're an Akiyama
He
hater.
does
So.
not. Super slams.
You're a hater that isn't anything Kokichi.
Alright, bro.
If it doesn't say Kokichi, you hate it.
No,
Oh,
that's not.
sorry. If it doesn't say Kokichi or Kanade, that's
Yeah, that's
important.
more accurate. Yeah, that's more accurate.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I'd say high, mid to high diff. He has very strong categories. Kampasai Subaru is just kind of a monster in some categories. So yeah, mid to high diff or high diff.
Yeah,
Very solid.
Kokichi know this. We can get another question.
Yeah, you just Dami wants to fucking.
Yeah. Oh, Darmi's
Yo,
here.
to that one guy that keeps asking fucking Takuya questions, bro. Please stop. This
Oh,
is this
God.
one dude asking
Okay.
Takuya questions and
Yes,
only
yes.
Takuya questions.
It's
Please, dude.
He's my op. Okay, just you can ban him if you want. Ban him, banish him from the server.
She's trying to gaslight me
He's
into
my
fucking. No.
Okay.
All right,
We're
that's
moving
it.
to
I'm a definite.
You're not
he has-
allowing questions
He
being
has the
questioned.
power to.
all
He
the time.
has the fucking. He has the power to time him out or mute him. So
No, I mean, but UC's just saying he's gonna use an alt account.
let's see.
I mean, just ask another question.
Literally
This
just ignore him. Or blacklist the name Takuya from the server.
Just remove him from the conversation.
Any name with the words Takuya Yagami is just banned from the server completely. Okay, would Danganronpa be better if Nagito were the protagonist?
No, because there would be no opposition for Nagito, and he would just clear everything, no diff.
No, Riiruu,
From his
listen.
perspective, so there will be like no challenge to Nagito, and there will also be like no entertainment for the viewers.
No, Riiruu. There's actually a manga that details Nagito is actually the protagonist of the series, like Danganronpa. It was from his perspective, and it showed his thoughts, his actions more in depth, and I found that very interesting. And I genuinely think there's a lot of potential with how interesting Nagito's writing is. So I feel like if he was the protagonist, we could honestly see a lot from him, and it would be really cool. I think, especially with that manga, which I suggest you read.
But this is from the perspective of scaling, not writing.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
when it
even
comes to
No,
writing,
wait.
I think it's not good.
Wait. We don't know.
It's
We don't
writing.
know about that. We don't know about that. What I would say is that it
I
depends
think it's
on.
writing.
Yeah, it's writing.
Yeah,
it looks to be
maybe.
writing.
But
Looks to be writing here.
I mean,
Which
if
would
it's
find-
writing, I mean, if it's outsmarting, it'd be better because we know how Nagito thinks more in depth. So I don't know what's the point of that, but anyways, if we're basing it on writing, I think it depends on if we're talking about games or just like a manga like Tert, right? I think games might suffer a little bit from it because yeah, Nagito is just too smart for the games. And having him as an antagonist, which you don't know all his thoughts, actually creates this aura of mystery around him, which is intriguing, which you wouldn't have if he was a protagonist, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be interesting either way, I think. It would be interesting
Yeah.
either way.
In
It
a
was
manga
a
or a
writing
novel,
question.
yeah. In a manga and a
Uh,
novel, I can see it, but on the games, it's a bit more difficult.
So let's see. Another question about. You guys keep answering this question. They just keep switching the names. Would Rampo be able to solve the cases?
Yes.
Okay, come on,
It
man.
would.
Yes, obviously. It's a Bungou Stray Dogs character. What do you expect? Do you genuinely expect now
Illogical folders. No difference, stop scaling.
no
diff,
diff? Izuru,
Oh.
no diff upscaling.
Listen,
Oh
we're
yeah,
going
that's
to the
wait.
Bungou
that's a battle.
Dogs.
What?
I said we're going to the Bungou Dogs questions because the next couple of that.
Oh, let's see.
Do you
just
think Dawes
fire away.
outsmarts Junko?
Wait, what? Oh yeah.
No.
Okay, of course. Again, yes. No diffs, probably. I would imagine so, at least.
We already answered that question. Fucking. How would Akiyama do in Danganronpa? And Tut, this person wants you to talk.
Okay,
Turns out
so,
I'm
Tut's
Yeah.
brother. Oh, it's on.
Yeah, okay,
so guys, Hug. So Akiyama would be very interesting. Well, first of all, his reasoning is incredibly underrated. He's good in all three reasoning abilities: abductive, inductive, deductive. So he would actually have good potential in the cases itself. But for a murder, right? His strategy is so insane, and he would be so thorough that I genuinely think he would have a very good chance at like actually getting away with the murder. It's a question if he would do that, in which I would think he wouldn't, though it is debatable. And as for the actual cases, he would solve like 70%, except for the impossible ones where it's just a fucking law straight up. I think he would do very good in Danganronpa.
Oh my
Okay.
god, Takia versus Kirigiri in the island exam.
Okay, Kiryu just see through Takua, guys. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I would go more in depth, but I want to get through these
No,
questions.
there's nothing. It's UC question, okay? It's UC question.
Let's see.
Okay, wait, one second. I'll be right back, okay? Just answer
Alright.
some other questions.
All these are Danganronpa questions. Oh my. Do you guys think that the killing game structure of Danganronpa limited Junko's abilities in the games?
I mean, the only person who is capable of answering questions about
Is
Junko
Luga.
is currently AFK,
Luga.
so yeah. So
Okay.
we should like
So we're gonna put
ask
that
questions
one on
to
hold.
Nagito,
We're gonna put that
Yeah,
one on
like,
hold.
Nagito, Kokichi, or Kanade. I think those we can answer.
Okay, would Koji survive the Danganronpa arcs?
No, would not. He could have some interesting strategies and planning, I would say, but just the reasoning is not on the level that Danganronpa requires. So I can see him getting cooked by any of the harder cases. He would pretty much just be rendered useless, even though he would have some interesting tactics in mind. So yeah.
Like,
Okay.
what do we consider as survive, right? Because, like, if, for example, Koji was supposed to replace the protagonist of the stories, then I think he would survive based on the trials because he will have, like, help of many other different smart people like Nagito or Kokichi, Kirigiri, right? So I think he would survive, and he also has, like, impressive physical abilities, which would, like, kind of limit him dying or getting killed. So it depends on the context of the question.
Yeah, it depends, but I'd say it could really go either way depending on the specific scenario and whatnot, if he gets killed or not.
Let's see. Could Suichi solve Junko's case in Danganronpa 1?
Kokichi, or Wu?
Oh, Shuichi, not Kokichi.
Shuichi. In the Junko's case, so we are talking about the 5th case or 6th case?
That's a good point. Who's read that? Who's this guy? Oh, Fanta, of course.
Like,
it's Fanta.
He wouldn't be able to solve 5th case, but he will be able to solve 6th case, because the 6th case is really easy to solve, actually. Because Junko is literally giving out hints. You know, like, even during the trial, during the process of investigation, so yeah. But he wouldn't be able to solve the 5th trial.
So bad. Oh my god, another one of these, man. You guys are asking questions with obvious answers. Kanade versus Izuru.
Kanade.
Yeah, Kanade. Fuck Izuru.
Let's see.
No, I seriously just don't like Izuru. Don't ask me Izuru questions.
Put Nagito in L's place in LABB. Is he solving it? Have you guys read that?
Tert, I think that's a question for you.
Me? Say that again, real quick.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
If Nagito was in L's position in the Los Angeles BB case, could he solve it?
Yes, he could.
Oh, the guy
Nagito's
who
reasoning is
got
absolutely insane.
got
It's
scolded
genuinely
like 6
underrated.
times.
What?
That question got scolded like six times on Discord.
Yeah, he's totally just
Poor guy,
solving
bro.
it.
Let's see. Now let's go back to the first question. This is for you, Luga. Here's the app session. Do you guys
Nice.
think that the killing game structure of Danganronpa limited Junko's abilities in the games?
I mean, yeah, that is obvious. No, I mean Junko now has to adhere to very specific rules, which she's forced to adhere to, by the way, because she cannot make unfair actions because she is constantly judged and overseen by millions of viewers all around the world. She's completely, restricted in what she does, and I mean, nonetheless, the rules themselves, though, do create despair. I mean, if Junko just killed them all, it wouldn't be much of a... It wouldn't have much substance, if we're being honest. So yeah, while it does restrict her, it also creates despair in itself.
What is this? Okay, this might be my shit VCI, or this question is poorly worded. Can you explain how Monokuma said that Sakura was supposed to take action at all? Dude, this is a fucking very specific one, Jesus. But then said that she, quote unquote, went and killed someone. And what the fuck?
Okay, yeah, that is a question that that is a discussion that I have with Rambo. It's gonna be a bit of yap, so I'm sorry, guys. But basically,
Okay, I will just go get a drink then.
Yeah, everyone take out your popcorn.
You can take your breaks, guys. Basically, what's happened here? Wait, Darby, don't just. I can't see the question now. Okay, so basically, there's this dialogue with Junko and Sakura, who is revealed to be the traitor later on chapter 3, not chapter 2. Where basically she says, like, she literally says just she went and killed someone before things got boring. This is actually one of the most annoying things I've ever had to analyze in my entire life. And it is part of the Junko doc, of course. And I basically inferred that she's talking about Sayaka here. What is the problem with this contradiction? Why is it so annoying? It's because Sayaka didn't kill anybody. Sayaka literally did not kill anybody. If we look at chapter 1, it's chapter 2, the end, so chapter 3. We get this girl, right? She says she literally says that. But in chapter 1, Leon was the one who killed Sayaka. So there it creates a contradiction, right? There's no other person she could be talking about. There's quite literally no one else, because in chapter 2 it's Mondo, which is a man, obviously. I got to basically this conclusion that Junko is saying that Sayaka indirectly killed Leon by writing his name on the wall. It is very annoying. It's a very weird contradiction. Well, it's not a contradiction. It's just a very weird way to put it, I guess. But yeah, it's just a bit of a weird point. I think many people miss that. But this actually gives us some buffs to Junko, because it literally means that all of the games, by the way, all of the motives, were actually contingencies. Sakura was supposed to make the first move, because in the same dialogue it talks about that. So Sakura was the one who was supposed to make the first move. And all the motives that Junko uses to motivate, obviously, the killings to happen, were actually just contingencies. Were just things that were prepared by Junko beforehand. She anticipated the possibility of Sakura not killing anybody. The idea was basically to create what is a domino effect, in essence, which is that Sakura would kill somebody, and the fear caused and the despair caused by Sakura killing somebody will just create this perpetual killing cycle in which everyone kills for the fear of being killed next, right? All caused by Sakura.
Holy shit, he's still yapping. He's still yapping.
Yes,
and I'm back.
yes. I'm finishing. Don't worry. So yeah, that's basically it's a bit of a weird chapter to analyze. It was the first contradiction, so it's kind of nostalgic to me. But I did not have fun while analyzing it. And yeah, that's basically the explanation of what Rampo was referring to there.
Yeah.
Anyways, we can continue. I guess
But
Silver
so
is AFK.
Oh, okay. Everybody went AFK because
yes,
of
I
your
am blind, Darmy. Yes, I am blind. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Takuya versus Kanada's strategy. Go, Riiruu. Go on. Slander UC, please.
And Takuya takes.
Takuya slams. Nobody can match the goat Takuya.
That's fair, to be honest.
Yeah.
See.
Okay,
Takuya takes strategy from Baku as well.
Yeah.
No diff, no diff, not a competition.
Let's see. Could Light with the Death Note get away with a murder? Well, that's fucking not fair, is this now? You
with the
write
Death Note,
everybody's
huh?
names.
he could just create
Yeah.
a literal impossible murder case. Like, he does not leave any evidence behind while killing someone with a heart attack.
Like, the only person I would say would be, like, I think Junko, but even then, I think Junko said a full name, and then Celestia, because she lied about her name.
Yeah, I mean, no,
Those
yeah,
are the only
Celeste.
two I can think of. Other than that, he's like, will kill everyone else, and then it'll be Celestia. And then he doesn't even have to use the death note. He's a man. He'll just beat the shit out of her.
I mean, if you take away his death note, he gets cooked. In my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, I
well,
think he just.
that was not the
yeah.
question, true. But yes,
I'm
I
just,
agree.
bro. I'm just saying, bro. Calm down, bro.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
bro.
Who would you say is the best character Kaneda can beat?
Woo.
You mean who's
Kanade
the
or Woo?
closest?
Yeah, obviously, like the best
Okay.
character
Yeah.
means like the highest tier character Canada can be.
Please no.
Kanade or Woo? Kanade.
Yeah.
Maybe like. That's kind of hard, actually.
I would
Maybe like
say- Patrick Jane?
Maybe like
Is-
PJ, yeah, or maybe like Lalo PJ somewhere there, you know. Yeah, like, I think she beats those, but stops at like Composite Moriarty and PM.
Oh, damn. You're
perfect
scaling her
mobile.
very high.
Yeah, I skill her high.
I mean,
The NSI scene... The NSI scene, maybe it's from the coat side, but it's like Ainakoji extreme diffs her, or she extreme diffs him.
Oh, no.
Nobody has that even in the code community. Because I'm very close to the code community and nobody has that take, so I'm not sure where did you hear that.
Maybe it was from like a year ago when nobody knew who she was.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it was debate enjoyer, then maybe I would understand.
Okay,
That's probably why I saw the edit.
We're not supposed to slam.
No, I'm friends with debate enjoyer. He will understand, don't worry.
Okay, who would you say is the smartest Danganronpa idiot?
Bro, it's totally Gonta because the guy has like superhuman observation. Like he can just see like the tiniest shit, and he has really high bug knowledge and all of that. But at the same time, he's a fucking idiot. So I feel like Gonta's the perfect answer for this.
Well, I mean, all are idiots. That's a joke of it.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, I would say Gonta though.
Okay, I'm gonna go AFK to use the bathroom real quick. So why Entropy or whatever his name is.
Okay.
Yeah, Junko versus Kanada in strategy. Okay, well, I mean, Riiruu is just gonna say strategy as the Darmy very well predicted. I'm sure he'd say Kanada. And honestly, I don't have an opinion.
Kanada slams.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion on it.
Oh, you do
Considering
have an opinion. Kanada slams, say it.
I won't say anything. I mean, to be honest, yeah, I'd say Kanada slams, but it's because I'm not sure about how good Kanada strategy is yet. I want to genuinely take my time with it. I do not want to make like any judgments to it. I have it pretty high up personally, and I've seen some people say that it's above Baku, for example, in strategy. But then again, I scale Junko strategy insanely high, like destroying Akiyama, which is, one of the most renowned strategists in SCD. So it's a bit of a tough one for me personally. I'd like to just analyze Canada a bit more before making a conclusion on this. For now, I'd say that Canada wins though. But I like to compare them.
Monaka versus Kid Yuichi and Kid Koji. Right.
Monaco
Right.
slams.
I think Monarch is just better than those two.
I will say Monaka takes Kid Yuichi. She's better than Kid Yuichi. And I will not say anything about Kid Koji because I will have debate enjoyers sliding into my DMs. I don't want that. So no.
Either debate enjoyer or huntsman are gonna hunt you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna hunt me for my life. So no, I'm not. I'm indifferent towards Kid Koji.
Ichika versus Kokichi manipulation review. What's your opinions?
Huh?
What do you-
Ichika versus Wu?
I think he just missed like two of them.
No,
Where
no,
was
no.
it?
I just read a random one. No, no. I just read a
Oh,
random one.
Okay, that's from halfway down. It's from UC too. That's why you know. UC's just gonna be banned from even existing if he continues.
Nah, man. Just let him be. Let him
L versus Junko. Okay, I will answer for Luga. Junko slams. We can go next to the question.
be. Okay. Yeah. No. Well, I really don't see a world where L can beat Junko. I'm sorry. Like.
Yeah, I
genuinely.
told you. I'm answering for Luga.
I think the only category that L can take is
Uh-oh.
reasoning.
Clicks here. You heard that comment?
Especially, well, logical reasoning he takes pretty comfortably, right? But overall reasoning, it's actually difficult for him.
Let's see. If Junko was a culprit and did our best to get away with it, which characters would be able to solve it? Huh?
Yeah, basically, if Junko like actually tried hard, because she leaves holes in her plans to
Okay.
stuff like that.
So if her plan wasn't just feeling despair, if this was like without that ideology.
Yeah,
Which
if
feel-
she was actually trying to win.
Okay.
Which characters would be able to solve it? I think
Like
everyone.
from Danganronpa or
No, I think it's just in general. I just said which characters will be able to solve it. If it's from Danganronpa, I don't think anybody but maybe, well, Izuru, of course, and the 000 detectives could be there in an actual, case, in a murder case. I don't think Kyoko could be there, if I'm being honest. Perhaps if we're talking about like a Kyoko who has already gone through Danganronpa 1, because in Danganronpa 1 she profiled Junko quite a bit. But if we're taking this as like a cold murder case, like the detective who actually steps in has no idea about Junko, then she's not solving it. So I think personally, maybe it's a bit high, but I'd say like anyone below Conan would not solve this at all. Junko just has insane deception when she actually wants to do things properly. Even when she leaves holes in her plans, she still has insane deception. It's just stupid.
Let's see, next one. Koji
Going
versus
back-
Junko in a fight. Junko slams. Like, it's fucking...
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Koji gets some categories, of course, but Junko just
Yeah,
slams
he gets like combat and maybe experience. But
No,
other than
he
those
gets like strength as well, because Junko for some reason has like average human strength. She just has hypersonic speed for no reason and stuff like that, and like
Okay,
insane
so-
durability. Like it's just a weird power scaling character. But yeah, she should take.
let's see. Would Nagito and Kokichi work together if they were in the same game? Dami says no to this. I would think the personalities conflict each other.
A bit of a hard one.
I would say they would not work together, but there can be some situation where they will be kind of like contextually forced to work together, where they gain an advantageous position.
They're very like practical characters. I don't think they have any reason not to work together. It's just that they won't work together in most cases because of the way
They think essentially, yeah.
But there is some, if they need to team up, they would probably team up. I don't think any of them would have any like genuine problem.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see. Ichika versus Kokichi in manipulation.
He's also forbidden from ever mentioning Takua. Well, go on, Riiruu. Say it. Who's gonna be your waifu
Ichika
or
versus
husbando?
Kokichi in manipulation, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know, because like Ichika
looks
manipulates
like
me
kind
through
of
the
a-
screen every time.
Yeah.
It's
can't
kind of hard.
even
It's kind of hard
comment
to
on
answer. Kind of hard to answer,
We'll just
I
do
don't
that.
know. It can go either way, I think.
Go either way.
Let's see. If Sora died in chapter 4, how would the trial turn out?
Sora died in chapter 4, huh?
I don't really know who that character is. So.
Well, the problem is that Sora couldn't have died in the first place because she was a bearer of divine luck. So it would contradict the entire point of the game. That's for instance. But if we assume that she somehow died, then Mikado's plan would essentially be fucked, you know. So yeah, like the point of ending the game for, or even playing the game for Mikado would essentially be non-existent. And I think that everybody might die in the end because Mikado didn't, you know, gain what he wanted to gain. So he would go on a kind of a rampage because he was programmed to basically obtain divine luck, essentially. And if he cannot obtain divine luck, then I'd assume he would go on a rampage and just kill everybody, assuming his personality.
Let's see. Would Gunham win his trial if he was actually trying to win?
Oh, I mean,
So that's an interesting question, actually.
the problem is, would he even do the trial in the first place if he wasn't, trying to lose?
Sure.
Look, the way I see it, okay, Gundam's trial is pretty stupidly easy to win if you were Gundam, because the way Gundam got caught is because he somehow heard like the noise the clock made, right? Even though he was on one of the deluxe rooms, which have like perfect soundproofing. Now, why is this stupid? Because the clock, right? The clock is like in a room, and it's Kazuichi and Fuyuhiko are looking at the clock. You can literally just walk through the corridor and get into your room. The door will not make enough sound to like get above in decibels from the fucking clock. So it's like super easy to win if you're Gundam. You just have to literally walk through the corridor, act like you didn't hear anything, and just enter your room and sleep. And that's it. You won the trial. That's literally it, because the only clue Nagito got on you, and the only reason why you lost, is because they found that about you, basically, that you somehow heard the noise of the clock when you were living on the deluxe. That's basically the main hint, the main clue that destroys everything. So yes, I think if Gundam wasn't intentionally trying to lose, he was actually trying to win. He just win very easily.
Let's see. If Riiruu took Shuichi's place with his current knowledge, how would Volume 3 turn out?
Terrible,
I
he
would
gets
clear.
killed.
I would clear. I know more than the old about V3, so yeah, no way, I'm losing.
Koji versus Junko in the amount of evidence. Wait, in the amount of edits that have been made, but
I mean, Junko,
Koji Nodivs. Koji Nodivs, yeah.
To be honest, that's not much to say about that.
let's see. If Mikado if Mikado actually tried in Chapter 3 trial, how helpful would he be? I'm not adding any more of your questions.
You might.
If Mikado actually tried in Chapter 3, huh? Well, it depends on the extent of how far did he actually figure out in the trial itself, and we don't know that. And we don't even know, like we know that after the trial, for example, Mikado was genuinely surprised that Kanade is a killer, for example. And we can kind of infer from this that he did not figure out Kanade's trial as well. So I don't think he would be helpful. Like I wouldn't say he wouldn't be helpful at all, but I think like he would not know much. He would be like on the same level of Sora maybe. So yeah, I don't think a lot of would change, not much at least.
Let's see. This question is directed at me. Danganronpa versus Liar Game series when? It's coming, okay? I'm doing the live action versus anime manga tournament, and that will become after that. Like, I can't make 3 tournaments in a time.
Oh yeah, you stopped that one, right? You were actually doing it and then you stopped it? If I'm not mistaken.
I was planning on doing it before the live action, but but people voted for the live action ahead of the Danganronpa.
Oh man,
Makes sense.
that could have potential. That was a cool series.
Yeah, for sure.
What? I mean, I'm still gonna do it. It's just I'm gonna do it after I finish the live action tournament.
Oh, true. Yeah, you're right.
Why is the show called Danganronpa?
Xavier with the best questions. I don't even know, man. I don't know what to tell you. They just
I don't
just
know.
picked
I
up-
don't know as
they
well.
just picked up the most
Yeah.
random combination of words and just thrown them together.
I bet if
It
you
was
write
hard, though.
Danganronpa in like Japanese, the characters would mean some sort of like symbolic thing or
Yeah,
whatnot.
for sure.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
But we are all what do you call it? Ignorant, so we're not gonna do that. Can Junko beat Lelouch in leadership?
Well,
I
there's actually
think not. I think Lelouch takes
Okay.
leadership from Junko.
okay. There's a very there's a problem here. It depends. It basically hinges on if you take one singular feat as valid or not. I think I'm not sure. Okay, I might be yapping here, so bear with me. There's a feat in Danganronpa Togami which states that
Yeah.
Junko led 3,000 wars simultaneously. Now, if that was the
What?
case, of course she would destroy Lelouch in leadership.
What?
However, there's some problems. First of all, I haven't seen that statement for myself, so I cannot confirm it. But it's been on the Junko doc if you want to see it on the doc that C made.
Mhm.
Which,
And secondly, Danganronpa Togami can, by some people, can be considered non-canon. So there's that. If you don't consider that feat, if you don't consider it, then yeah, Lelouch should beat Junko in leadership.
Is it just
But
a
that's-
statement, or does it go like a little deeper than that?
I am not sure. I'm not sure yet. But that's. I mean, it's just it was stated on the Junko doc, and I'm pretty sure it's on Danganronpa Togami. I will check it out when I finish
Because
reading.
I'm about to say that's like I've never heard that in any Danganronpa series about like a 3,000 war event.
Well, yeah, because Danganronpa Togami takes place in like right when when the world is going to shit, basically. Right when the tragedy hits, and
Okay, and then Junko's leading each army individual. Okay, I see.
right, exactly. So that's basic.
Yeah, that's a lot of like statement heavy stuff right there.
Yeah, so it just depends on, first of all, if that statement actually exists. I cannot confirm it for myself just yet. I should be able to in like a week or so. And then apart from that, well, if you consider Danganronpa Togami canon at all, there's some very big problematics about its canonicity. I'd like to get into them eventually, but yeah, that's basically my answer.
Kliax asked the really long question. I think we should just skip it because I will not remember all of it.
Okay.
It's just about Patrick, Jane, and Isaiah. Isaiah no diffs, Kliax. That's what you want me to say, so I'll say it.
alright, bro.
Oh
That's
my
ridiculous.
god. Clicks, what is this question? I don't even know if you're still watching the stream, but what is this meticulous question you asked?
It's just a copy paste of like, I think it was like a community poll. It was a community poll that had like cat and mouse with like Makishima, I think it was.
Like, you
and
didn't
someone
even,
else.
like, half of the sentence could just be cut out. You didn't even
Yeah,
need to do this extra. You could just be like, who wins in a cat and mouse situation? Isaiah or Patrick Jane? That's not even Danganronpa, as Dami said. But we can answer that if we want. But
Again,
Jesus.
Isaiah just no diffs. That's all I can say. There's nothing more to
Okay,
it.
in this one,
No,
you're gonna say Koki,
Another
no, yes.
UC question we ignore. UC question we ignore. We don't care.
Yo, Dami, just ignore. Just block anything UC says. Like, just pretend he doesn't exist. He's been snapped out of existence.
Poor guy. Wait, no. There's actually some. Okay, wait. No, next question. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with. But
Let's
we'll
see.
go.
If
Next
Kokichi
UC
and Nagito teamed up, would they beat Kanade? Dami says no.
Maybe actually Riiruu. Do you have them like? Riiruu might actually potentially have them winning, because don't you have like Kokichi winning very high diff or something? I mean, losing very high diff to Kanade.
They are like high, very high diff, yeah. But you also need to like take into account that I have like Kokichi winning against Nagito like like low mid to mid diff, so.
Well, yeah, but maybe he adds enough of a difficulty buff, you know. I don't know. It's a bit of a complicated one. It's
I don't
either
know.
Kanade
I think
extreme diffs or maybe
you know the problem with Kokichi and Nagito is I think that Nagito and Kokichi have so different ways of thinking about things that I'm not even sure if they like their cooperation would be helpful to the situation. I think they can even block each other in some instances. So I don't think that they beat Kanada together because I don't think they will be in sync essentially.
Okay.
Junko versus Baku, and this one's for
For-
Luga.
For
specifically.
Lunga.
Oh
No,
my
for
god.
Lunga, bro. I don't know who Lunga.
Lunga energy.
And
We'll just-
Tempest asked this one too.
I mean, I don't have an opinion on it yet. If you want my predictions, I guess I could drop some predictions. Yes,
Okay.
Junko wins around like high diff, I'd imagine. That is my prediction. I am not sure of it yet, but we'll see. I will get to reading Uzagi after I finish the Mentalist and read all the Danganronpa novels. So I'll eventually do it.
Listen, Beaver. Alright, I did that because I don't want to fucking see the notification pop up. I'll look at it after. I fucking marked the DM as mark as read without actually opening it. I'll look at the DMs later. Okay. Next question. How many Danganronpa characters beat Kokichi in physical combat? Most of them.
Yeah.
Like, Danganronpa is such like a cartoonishly physically overpowered verse, but like, unless he's facing off against literal background characters, each character would be Kokichi in a fight.
Even some background characters are like insanely
Yeah, I know.
strong.
Like the fucking what's his name? The giant buff guy from Danganronpa 3 that's an idiot. Can be that. Gonta.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought Danganronpa 3 was referring to the anime. Yeah, Gonta.
No.
Gonta could beat him, for example. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
I would say-
Kokichi could arguably beat him as well. There's just a mess.
Yeah, Kokichi is like, even though he's not combat experience, he's like the speed and the durability.
No,
And-
no. Kokichi wouldn't beat him, but he would be able to run away from him.
Yeah,
So yeah.
That's the same thing as
Kokichi-
beating. Like, how is Kokichi gonna land a hit if you can't even touch Kokichi?
Bro, Kokichi would just run away. Kokichi would never catch him. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
3 times as fast as him.
Way
Yeah,
faster
yeah,
than
exactly.
way faster than 3 times.
I mean, I don't know the power scaling calcs, but yeah, he's just
Like thousands of times faster.
okay. Well, there you go.
Let's see. What would you say is the worst Danganronpa material in writing?
Oof. I mean, I think we can all agree Ultra Despair Girls, right? I mean,
Yeah.
No, it's Danganronpa Togami real.
okay, we do not
my-
need to slap on this one. I think it's just
What?
Ultra. I think it's just Ultra Despair Girls. Oh my god, I cannot speak. It's Ultra Despair Girls, in my opinion. I think it's just it handled really like complicated themes in a bad manner in general. I don't think it was that well written. Even though it does have some good plot points, has some interesting things, especially for Izuru, how Junko planned everything out, just the general world building. There's some interesting things, but yeah, in general, I just think it fucked up on the big complicated themes, I guess.
Let's see. Oh, more UC questions about cult versus Danganronpa strategies.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
X strategy versus
It's
Danganronpa
X
strategy.
strategy.
Yeah,
it gets
strategy.
cooked. It gets cooked really. Like some of the killing strategies are just so complex and well thought out that it's not.
Is
in
he
the game.
beating Mikan case turn? We gotta.
He is
we
not. No, he is
He's
definitely not. beating Mikan. He's getting cooked by Mikan's case.
Oh
Tert,
my
you are like
God.
a professional code hater. You are like a professional code hater.
I'm
No,
not
he's,
biased,
he's,
so
he's a
I'm just
professional Danganronpa trial and case glazer, I'd say, more than
gonna-
Kochi.
No, they are so goated though, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he just gets destroyed. Even if we were to like nerf most of the characters, he'd still get beaten by the top 3, right? So Junko,
Yeah.
Kokichi, and Nagito. I don't think those
He's
are
not passing.
comfortably winning, I'd say.
Koji versus Light in Danganronpa.
I'm sorry,
Huh.
Kochi.
So
oh,
if
Koji
Koji and Light were in the place of Danganronpa characters, who would win?
I mean, well, for the sake of argument, I guess we can assume that Light is a killer, right? Just because I mean, they would never fight against each other if they were just two like detectives.
They would never fight. So one of them has to be a killer.
Yeah, we'll just say Light is a killer, right?
Light is more likely to kill, so Light, yeah.
Yeah. I think the biggest problems with trials in general is gonna be making good observations and like having like good long-term memory, apart from being able to construct obviously the logical paths to well figure out the things that you need, right, for the trial. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think Koji would beat Light if they were in Danganronpa trials, because Light this is more like raw intelligence rather than emotional intelligence, so to speak. Because we even see this like in trials with Celestia trying to like smooth talk people, saying and try to manipulate people, but once Makoto and Kirigiri noticed like the slip up, they immediately knew she was the killer. So it's like something like that, and it's like Koji's just broken when it comes to IQ, perception, observation. So he's going to be able to see what mistakes Light does, and Light is prone to mistakes. Even if we take like the time skip Light, he still has like made a lot of mistakes in which Koji will be able to pick up on.
Yeah.
But then it depends on like. Koji isn't that much of a communicator compared to Light, so it really just I think like Koji extreme diffs in like a Danganronpa situation, because it's like raw intelligence versus social skills basically.
Yeah, I'd say something around there, I guess. Continue.
You guys agree that the official design of Monokuma is scarier than the beta design?
I don't know what's the beta design, so...
You don't know the beta design? It's literally just a fat guy cut in half.
Okay,
It's pretty awful.
All beta designs are awful.
No, the beta design is 1,000, a billion times more scary. The official design has a bit more... has some more interesting concepts, of course. It treats dehumanization and stuff like that. It's more interesting in a writing perspective, right? But in terms of pure fear-induced, no, man. Beta design, no diffs. Bro, that shit is scary. I don't know if you've seen it. If you can pull it up, Silver, it's actually like terrifying.
I gotta go on.
But Monokuma beta design, it's actually terrifying, that thing.
I better not get fucking... oh, damn. Oh, this isn't that bad. Oh, this guy. Let's see. Open link in new tab. Where is it? Oh, yeah.
I mean, it isn't like horrifying,
change.
but compared to Monokuma, the official design is...
So this is what it looks like, guys. Apparently.
I can't even see it, dude. What? Oh, no, that was not it. I mean, the one on the left.
That's it?
What?
The one on the left, is it?
Yeah, it should be, I guess. I don't know, but the right one, to be honest.
Okay, yeah. So just imagine this as the beta design.
It's like, it's just weird. Just, ugh. If we go by actions, of course, we can do the official design, but I mean, that's because the beta design didn't even get a chance to...
Let's see.
To show, right?
Mm-hmm. How busted is divine luck in outsmarting? This dude asked by fucking...
Darby's having a mental breakdown with Paradox.
Dami, do you need some help? I can enlist someone else.
I think I already asked that question once. Like, I think that is very broken and outsmarting. But it does not correlate to the character's intelligence.
Yes, I agree with that. I feel like luck is very misscaled, and people do not realize that it's a resource Nagito has that he relies on. And
wait. We're talking about Uturo, dude.
What?
We're talking about
You
Uturo.
say?
We're talking about
We're talking about divine luck, you know,
Yeah,
like
divine luck. No, not supreme.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Okay, divine. Oh, all right. Yeah, continue.
or ultimate, I guess.
Yeah.
That's even worse than the
Wait.
luck that Nagito has, for example. Like that's like
No, yeah, no.
30,
It's
30
like-
times more scarier, even
Oh,
more
yeah,
than
yeah.
30.
Okay, if you mean divine luck, then yeah, just busted 24/7.
Let's see. Johan versus Junko in manipulation.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest here.
GG's.
I think Junko just destroys again. I'm glad to discuss this honestly because this seems like a very interesting topic. But Junko and Johan have very similar manipulation feats. I could vouch that maybe Johan takes direct and emotional. Maybe Junko takes everything else. Yeah, that's basically my take on it currently. Even if I were to let's say Johan is more impressive on emotional and direct, I think Junko just destroys the other one. So yeah, I have Junko taking.
Hajime
and this is like-
versus.
Hajime versus L in deductive
L in
reasoning.
deductive.
This is a question for Tert.
Oh, Hajime. I can
Question-
defend
oh,
Hajime.
wow.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so again,
Uh,
it all
the
boils
ski-
down
I
the
to-
think we should take her down before we get doxed.
All right, fine. Hajime's always.
Okay. Oh my god, Kochi versus Danganronpa and intuition.
Wait, who?
It's
Koji versus
UC.
You see, you see.
Koenji.
Intuition? Oh, Koenji.
Benji.
He's a Junko victim, I'm not gonna lie.
True.
Why does Riiruu hate Rantaro so high? I thought that said hate for a second.
That's a
I rate Rantaro so high because of narrative implications that Rantaro has. So essentially, in chapter 1, Kokichi set up a trap to gauge out basically the intelligence levels of all the characters, by setting a trap where they basically spot the ambiguous meaning behind his message. And Rantaro was actually the only one to pick up on that. So ever since then, Rantaro basically was labeled in Kokichi's eyes as a dangerous individual, right? And this was actually showcased also in chapter 3 when the motive was presented, the revival motive or whatever, and Kokichi was actually really opposed to having Rantaro brought back to life, and under normal circumstances he just wouldn't give a shit, right? Because he does not care about the mastermind, that being Tsurugi, throughout the entire game. He literally toys with Shuichi throughout the entire game, but he is technically scared or maybe like slightly disconcerted to bring Rantaro back to the game. So that's why I think that we can make an inference that Rantaro should narratively scale above Shuichi and Tsumugi because of Kokichi's deductions, essentially.
Is Danganronpa 3 Future Arc a waste of opportunity to show the consequences of Class 77 and how they deal with the result of their actions individually?
Oh, this is a bit of an interesting one. I think it could have been handled better. I think it was like too much of a happy ending, if I'm being honest. It was too much of a happy ending, guys. Like I wanted some Danganronpa. Like Danganronpa, people die, they don't come back to life. Okay, it's just it seemed like too much of a happy ending. I think something more interesting could have happened with the 77th class. I guess. I don't know. It's fine. I guess it's fine. It's a decent ending. I don't know what you guys think, but that's my take on it.
Friend versus Johan in Danganronpa.
Johan would destroy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I mean, friend, mass manipulation to the level that friend has is not even that necessary. Johan easily has what is needed, and honestly, in most cases, individual manipulation has been shown to be better. Anyways, yeah. Johan also has the better charisma, which is needed for trials, for example. Yeah.
By the way, I think that army shouldn't like add another questions. I think we should like answer all of these and then just cut the podcast because we are already here for like 3 hours. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
So no more questions, guys. We're done.
yeah. So we will just answer those that army has.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
get one more.
No, why?
Just one.
Oh my
Come
god,
on,
I
it's
gotta
gonna be the
raise
best question.
Oh my god.
Let's see. How much wasted potential do you think Monica is in Danganronpa 3 anime? Oh, it's a fucking waste. I haven't even known the character a lot, but I already know it's a waste of what she could do.
Yeah, it's a waste, but Rantaro is a bigger waste.
Okay.
So yeah.
I mean, her arc was already done. To be fair, like what more can you do with Monica? She was kind of just there, I guess. They could have made her like fully instigate the third murder, but then the story wouldn't make sense. It's just honestly, I can't blame them too much. It's just a mess to incorporate Monica into the story here. Yeah, she could have gotten a better ending, I guess, because just getting annoyed at Nagito, while very reasonable, don't get me wrong, it's I guess it's kind of anticlimactic, I guess.
I'm looking at these next 3 questions. I don't even know if I should ask them.
Which ones? Oh, the UC one.
No, it's Takua versus Junko and planning. Fucking Junko takes.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I know, but I mean the theory why.
Like, here's UC's being like, okay, I must buff Takua a lot to the point in which he's omnipotent to Junko. In this episode. This is Junko pre-despair, so she's just a normal human, whatever normal Junko has, versus omnipotent Takua. Please make Takua win.
I mean, Takuya just next, honestly. Base Takuya destroys.
Okay, Flash versus average Danganronpa characters in critical.
He loses. He loses to fucking Gonta. He loses to Akane. He loses to everyone in critical. That is a Clark's That is a Clark's meant question if I've ever seen one. Yeah, no, he just loses to everybody. I'm sorry, guys. The things this guy has done is terrible. Like, I don't know how you can think so badly, but yeah.
Best and worst execution in Danganronpa.
Execution of what?
Worst execution has
execution.
Yeah, character executions.
I think
at the end,
I think it's character executions.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's how you.
I'd say worst execution for me has to be like Mikan, I guess. What do you guys?
Yeah, Mikan's ass.
Mikan was just it just missed the mark for me, honestly.
I agree.
And then best execution.
Kaito, bro. It has to be Kaito.
Kaito?
Yeah.
Kaito's a good one, actually. Yeah.
He's really good.
Let's see.
I mean, can we even really call it an execution? Though that's the question.
Yeah. I feel like we can, right? I feel like we can if not, I mean, what could we be looking at if it's not Naito's? I mean, Kaito's.
Yeah.
I don't really see him anymore. Chiaki's is interesting. Chiaki's is
interesting. Chiaki's is good.
It was a good execution, especially if we consider like if we consider the anime execution, I think that'd buff Chiaki quite a bit actually. The anime execution was crazy.
Where'd the questions go?
Oh my god, darn.
Okay, I found them.
Okay.
If all the MCs of Danganronpa games somehow teamed up, would it be a good dynamic?
It would just be 4 complete or 3 completely same characters.
I mean, yeah,
I think they are all the same protagonists.
Yeah, it'd just be nothing would change. I guess they would just harness the power of friendship and win.
It would be a typical shonen anime type sequence.
Literally, it's just I don't. That's basically what happened.
Could Nagito solve the Kokichi case?
Yeah, he
Oh.
should be.
He could.
He
I
could.
think he
No,
could.
like I think he would solve Kokichi's case, but not the underlying intentions of Kokichi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
No, that might be.
Last question. How difficult would it be to stop Danganronpa, and do you think it's as insane as JA scalers rated? I don't know if that's Japanese scalers or if something else.
Yeah, Japanese scalers. Like stop Danganronpa, like the continuation of Danganronpa, I assume, right? Like what Kokichi did essentially. Well, the contextual adversity is one of the greatest I've ever seen. That's for sure, because like the entire universe was, basically the universe was controlled by Tsumugi. It was monitored by basically billions of nanokumas, right? Monitoring all over the place. And there were also like 15 other participants trying to kill each other actively. And Kokichi somehow, despite all of this, managed to stop not only the killing game, but the entire continuation of the killing game. So yeah, it's really hard, of course, but yeah, like the contextual adversity does not really prove that Kokichi scales above Baku, like Japanese scalers have. Like they put so much emphasis on the contextual adversity that it's basically illogical.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
from what I understand, they just value the difficulty of situations in which
Yeah,
the
yeah,
feat
yeah, yeah.
perform like the highest. It's just, and
Yeah,
it makes
exactly.
sense. It makes sense why they would have, stopping Danganronpa like the arc. I guess we can say we can consider it an arc, I guess, or an objective, the general objective. I can understand why they would have it so high, but I mean, like, come on, it's also like undervaluing some of these characters.
Yeah, I
same time.
agree.
Even though, sure, it's very hard. Like I'm not denying the difficulty of it. But
Yeah.
And
Right, so that's all the
Can we
questions.
ban? Okay, Dami, you can say a piece in here. Hang on.
Oh, I just let bro in. Oh no.
Bro, I've been fucking getting harassed by fucking UC and Paradox, bro. These guys have been pinging me for like 20 minutes straight. Like, just check the chat. This kid pinged me and asked 5 questions. Like, he kept pinging me to add them. Like, hold on. This. Like,
okay, nah,
he
nah.
he kept
Oh my
going.
god! Wait. How many times would Subaru die? That's actually a good one. Like, come on, let's answer that.
Oh my
one.
god.
Oh, actually, that's really
Tert,
good. That's really
Tert,
good.
Tert, come on. How
Alright,
many
alright,
times would he die? Wait, but this
I
is
think
just
he
shit.
would die. Like, he would probably kill himself. Like, commit a suicide. Actual cases. I would say like I don't know, like 5 or something. I guess. Like.
I
he
mean,
probably
the
would
problem
kill
is,
himself.
I mean, Danganronpa doesn't really translate well with the Riiruu, right? Because I mean, Subaru could like get framed on one
I mean,
and
he's
die, and
definitely
then
getting
know
killed
who the
for one,
culprit
so,
is. And can just spend all his time trying to figure out a way to convince everyone else. I mean,
Yes, I mean he has a good SQ though, so I feel like he could honestly like he could probably come up with something with his like SQ levels and his persuasion. I feel like Subaru could cook. He will die a few times. I feel like that's guaranteed, honestly. But he has potential for sure. Like maybe like 4 deaths or something.
okay. Oh, wait, Riiruu, my boy. You're gonna
do the thing.
you gotta do something, right?
What
This-
thing?
Oh my
Uh-oh.
god!
Yo, it was the entire
forgot.
point of this.
The bro forgot.
The giant
forgot.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
reveal.
I mean the Kokichi doc, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't even
I can
finish
send
it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I did finish it. I just forgot. That's about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I can send it. Yeah, I will send it on YouTube first.
Yeah, send
Okay,
it.
yeah.
I'll show
Or-
it. But yeah,
have
Kokichi
it.
doc, the new and improved Kokichi doc is out.
Yes, like 120 something pages.
This
Very
is
good.
This is where Kokichi is now scaling to Akiyama level.
For sure. I've read the doc. It's pretty good. Honestly, I've talked to Riiruu about some things. We also just discussed a lot of Kokichi in general. I think the doc will definitely make people scale him way higher than he already is, especially because Kokichi didn't really have that like a completely in-depth doc until now. We got
even with the
Mikado
doc that was shown, like I already skilled Kokichi to Koji level, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that doc was like 5 pages, if I remember correctly, something like that. It did showcase some of his feats, but yeah, I mean, it just lacked interpretation, right?
I got another Bible to read, so
Yeah.
I had the Takua doc that got like buffed recently, so I'm going through that. So I got the Johan doc that I have to go through, and now I know I got this Kokichi doc.
Oh, there we go. Okay, you
Why?
gotta post this on announcements, though. Let's post it on announcements.
Yeah, I did that with the friend doc too, which I gotta go through.
Yep. I'll be posting this on my channel while I'm at it, I guess.
Band. Oh, yeah, it's probably not Chad.
Yes, Mezzo, I am the best LG debater. Yes, you are right.
Let's see, general. Oh my god. One of the bots is doing nasty stuff.
Wait! Riiruu! Oh, what the fuck?
Yep. What?
Oh no, never mind. I was scared. For some reason, it looked like I could edit it. I was like scared for a second.
No. I have it set up. It's okay.
This is when you
Okay.
accidentally delete the entire thing.
And besides, like, I made a copy of the doc anyway, so if something
Wait.
fucks up. Yeah.
Can you? Oh right, you cannot give me perms, right? Okay, wait. Can you give me? Can you give me?
I gave you
Tell me
perms to the
No. I'm talking about the document.
Oh.
Tell me the word count. What is the word count and all that?
Right. Wait. Where do I? Yeah, here. It's 51,000 words.
51,000 words. Okay.
51,000 words.
What,
Yeah.
What number? Let me just tell me the exact number.
51,366.
66.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go.
And then pages. Oh, 116.
Not
Post
reading all
this
that.
in announcements.
Okay, you're gonna get. You gotta put. Okay.
Can't spell. Oh, God. There you go. There you go. Is it in? Oh. Oopsie. Long announcements.
How did bro do it on?
Don't worry about it. Where's the other announcements?
Oh yeah, you can answer Besso's question while we're at it. Yes, on.
Where is it now?
Podcast
Oh
question.
my. Don't worry, guys. I definitely know what I'm doing. Here you go.
Yeah.
Also, guys, 700 members in the PX district. We're climbing up slowly but surely.
7,000.
go.
That's
Let's
crazy,
go,
dude.
Dubs.
That's crazy. It's been growing.
my
It's been
God.
growing, man.
It's been growing. I mean, I think the debate tournament is what kicked off a lot of people.
It's
Kept
debating
off?
in general, I feel like. It's like the entire
Yeah, I mean,
debating,
a lot of people joined just for the debating stuff.
Oh yeah, no. You
Yeah.
said kept off. I understand that. Like they.
Yeah, so like that's what
One.
boosted the server. That was.
Oh yeah,
you know,
no, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
A lot of people joined because of that.
Fucking Dommy wants to yap again.
Yeah, just,
No,
Hey,
you cannot talk about yapping. Yo, this UC guy keeps fucking pinging me. Like, I can't. Can we like ban this guy, please?
Okay, I'm not clicking on that.
What?
Guys, this is why you don't stream Discord, alright? I'm only streaming the fucking podcast. I click out on another channel, it's some fucking gay stuff or
It's art.
whatnot, or some
It's just
zesty
art.
stuff.
It's just art. It's just art. I don't know what you're on about.
You gotta be careful, man.
No, you don't. Bro, fucking time this guy. He keeps pinging. He's still going.
You have the
The
potential
podcast
to
is
time
ending.
and ban him.
I don't have mod.
You have, don't you have trial?
No, I didn't
Oh.
get accepted. The child doesn't even have terms to ban.
L.
All right, buddy. All right.
Uh,
I'm gonna start self-promoting now, if you don't mind.
Fine, I'll time him out. He's in timeout for 60 seconds.
Don't suggest such a thing that would destroy our friendship. I don't even know this guy. Who is this man?
You see, yeah, you gotta chill out with the fucking trolling too, because I know 90% of your fucking.
Riiruu, can you go on Kokichi Empire and
Bro,
ping
I
my-
got so many pings.
Oh wait, no, just
Yo, just turn off notifications. That's what I do.
I had to have him on.
I mean he was as like copy pasting the questions.
I need to have the questions on because people were typing in the questions chat and nobody did anything. So I had to fucking tell them to ping me so they could like I could see the questions. And
Wait,
even
the
like
next-
everyone like they ping me for the most irrelevant ass questions like Junko versus like Takua and strategies. That's so stupid. And even
Well,
even Cleeks forced me to put a question that wasn't even Danganronpa related. He just like forced me to. I kept getting pinged. Like
Don't worry, we'll organize this better in the next fucking podcast. This is the first
Wait,
podcast.
oh my
so...
god, wait, that was terrible.
wow.
I can't
It was
delete
like
that.
90% Luga, 10% silver, and no wait, 5% silver, 5% Riiruu.
Bro,
And 0%
Yeah, I
30.
was-
Like 30 never spoke. No offense.
Yeah, I talked
okay,
a lot,
okay.
bro. What are you talking about?
I mean we got
oh hell nah, hell nah. Tert,
Bro,
you need to stop Ether right now.
you gotta
Okay.
get up
Hello,
there,
I'm
Mike,
new to
man.
debating, and someone please help me get better. Debate
my
general.
God, bro.
You need to stop this man.
Wait,
I,
what?
No.
I cooked, bro. I cooked this time, bro. Not even
You're
gonna
still
lie.
streaming, by the way. Don't forget.
Yeah, I know.
It's been 3 hours?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
been-
god.
It's
We've
been
been here.
1 to 3.
Oh.
Not fans,
Bro, wait, I was supposed to do something. Oh my god.
Alrighty, well, everybody, it's the end of the podcast. Thanks
There's
for coming.
there's like
and
12
we'll
people here.
Dude, when's number 2
Nine.
coming out?
Uh,
Let's make an
who knows, man? Who knows?